Are you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
I really want to have fun. I'm just saying I want to have some fun.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bag.
It's one rule we got, we live by.
Some nights I call it
What happens in this room, what's said in this room, stays in this room.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight.
That's still black ice. This is our pond.
Center ice, comes to the right side, comes forehand, backhand, shoot, scores! Why don't we break the rules already? Here's a one-timer, shoot, scores by Nick Rimley! Huskies win! Huskies win! The Huskies win in a shootout!
That's alright.
NIU Huskies hockey is on the air from Fox Valley Ice Arena in Geneva, Illinois. It's Game 2 between the Iowa Hawkeyes and your Northern Illinois University Huskies. Welcome again, everybody. My name is Marcus Grosnick, alongside my broadcast colleagues Stephen Duffy, Kim Rona, and cameraman Dan Sanchez. We welcome you in to Huskies hockey. Last night, the Huskies played Iowa in Game 1 of the weekend series, lost 4-3 in an overtime heartbreaker. They gave up a goal with 32 seconds left in regulation after Netzilla got his fourth goal of the season to give the Huskies a 3-2 lead. Tied it up at 3 apiece, and then with 30 seconds left in the overtime, Iowa buried a 3-on-2 odd-man rush goal, and they came out with a win. So the Huskies are now 9-8-3 on the season, and Iowa is 7-8-0 on the season. Duffy, a really tough loss for the Huskies last night.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was one of the tougher losses of the season because you knew that you probably should have had the win. You were up 3-2 with about 20 seconds left,
yeah,
and they ended up giving the tying goal up. And giving up that overtime goal too. I mean, Coach said in his interview that I mean it was just a tough play for them to make because Iowa was coming hard to the net. They had a 2-on-1, and Hare gave up a rebound, and they just got a tip in. So it was tough in the overtime, and just a really tough game. But I think tonight, really we're going to come out here, I think, guns a-blazing, even though I think we're going to be down to 3 lines, Coach said.
Yep.
So because Bach is still out and Maher is going to be out as well with the concussion-like symptoms after last night getting into the boards. So those two are out. Jake is probably going to be kind of an extra forward, an extra defenseman as well. So probably 7 defensemen, an extra forward there. So you gotta make sure that you have a lot of stamina tonight and control the pace of the game.
Well, this is the interview. Steven, you had a chance to talk with Coach Ronaldo, a pretty lengthy interview tonight. You guys talked a little bit about the injuries and stuff like that?
Yeah, we talked about the injuries. We talked about what he thought of last night. Just some questions for him. It's about an 8-minute interview, so yeah, lengthy interview. Sorry about that, but hopefully you'll enjoy it.
Good interview. Here's head coach Chuck Ronaldo.
All right, I'm here with Coach Chuck here, and Coach, obviously not the result you were looking for last night. A tough loss. You guys were up 3-2, ended up giving up that late goal. But what were your final thoughts on that night? Did you like the night, or did you besides that late goal and then the overtime goal, or at least you got a point out of it, right?
Yeah, I mean the point is good. I don't know, we could call it lipstick on a pig at this point because it wasn't a great night. I mean, we didn't really play up to our potential. Iowa did not surprise us at all. They were all of what we expected. Unfortunately, we just didn't step up our game. We kind of played our game down to what they were looking to do, and we kept them in the game. So, you know, I mean, it was a disappointing night, and to be able to basically rally a bit and get that, you know, that third goal to go up with about 6 minutes left, it finally felt good. And then to turn around and have a little bit of a breakdown and you know, not clear the puck when we had to and give up 2 goals basically late in the third and then late in OT. You know, it's just not the way you want to finish, and it's not the way we should have finished. So we definitely need to bounce back.
Well, I mean, you do mention that Iowa is a tough team. You guys did split with them last year. So, I mean, obviously you're going against a tough team in University of Iowa. I mean, do you expect that the same of tonight, having a good, tough game again tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, although it turned out to be a tough game last night, it's going to be about 10 times harder tonight. I mean, we gave them confidence in our own home rink. We gave them the belief and the knowledge that they can beat us. So, and they're playing with nothing to lose and everything to gain. They're an unranked team looking to knock a team like us just barely in the rankings out. So they're pretty much looking to take our seat at the table. And it's one of those things where, we either step up or it's going to be a tough fight for us.
Now, the thoughts on the special teams lately? I mean, they've really been amazing the last 2 or 3 weeks. Your power play and your penalty kill has been pretty good as well. I mean, what have your thoughts been on the special teams so far? I mean, have you liked the special teams a lot so far?
Yeah, I'm happy with them. I think we had some struggles last night. Although we maintained the puck real well, we moved the puck well, but we just weren't finishing. You have a 5-minute penalty power play. You got to find a way to make them pay for that. We had plenty of power plays in the first couple periods, and we just couldn't really finish as many as we wanted to. So I mean, it's good. You got to have special teams. You got to have the results. The PK is good, but we got to find another level to it in order to start establishing ourselves as a solid special teams, specialty team, if you want to call it. So, I think some guys on the power play got a little too comfortable last night. They enjoyed the possession of the puck, and really, it's you can have as much possession as you want. It doesn't mean anything unless you put a puck on net.
Well, I mean, Coach Raporto did make a good point to Marcus last night in his interview that it's the biggest key in power play is probably patience. Is that you just got to wait for your openings and look for those openings and try to get shots on goal, right?
Yeah, patience with a purpose.
Yeah,
that's a difference. You can be as patient as you want on the power play, but if you don't have a purpose with those patients, nothing's going to happen. So, and if you're standing around and just playing catch with a guy, you're killing their penalty for him. So. Being patient, making the smart pass, making the right pass, but then executing, attacking when you're ready to attack. So, we're going to look for that, a little bit more of a sense of urgency on the power play today, and hopefully we can put a couple more in.
Now, I mean, you've really gotten some great play from the first line, and Marcus ended up interviewing Joe Boris today. I mean, what have you thought about that first line? And Leon, Rosinski, and Boris. I mean, I think all of them, have over 25 points now. They've really been unbelievable for you guys. I mean, do you expect that kind of play from them for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, it's what's expected from them. We need points from them. We need constant production from them, and we're hoping that some of these guys on the other lines can start picking up some more numbers to give them a little bit of relief, because right now, if we're just getting numbers from them, it's easy for our opposing teams to just try to shut them down. So, I mean, they're very talented players. They have a good nose for the net. They work well together. And as much as we get from them, we want more. So we're hoping to get even more.
Now, there was a couple injuries last night. Rob Bach ended up, it seems like he hyperextended his knee in a basketball game before the game, and then Maher got injured during the game. First of all, I mean, was that a big loss for you guys last night, and Rob Bach not having him in the lineup?
Yeah, obviously Rob's a talented player. Rob's a physical player. He's a guy that really creates a lot of havoc in front of the net and in the corners. So to not have that yesterday was very tough. He's great on the power play to be able to create traffic in front. So, missing him really hurts. And just on top of it too, just numbers-wise. I mean, guys are dropping like flies right now, and you just can't win many games if you have 3 healthy lines against a good team. You need to have 4 full healthy lines with 5 or 6, well, 6 actually. You need 6 defensemen, healthy defensemen, but you can manage with 5. And if you don't have that depth, it's hard to hold on to a lead. It's hard to get a lead. It's hard to, finish hard in the third period.
Yeah, and how is Brendan Maher doing after the injury last night? He had to go to the locker room in the third period. Is he doing all right? Is he going to get to play tonight?
He's not going to play tonight. I got to talk to him. I saw him. He walked in just as I was coming up here, and I mean, he's upright. He's smiling. He's okay, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be battling a concussion. I don't know how bad his symptoms are. I got to sit down with him and see. But the good news is he's in the building. He's not laid up anywhere in bed. But we just gotta treat that very carefully, keep an eye on it, and we'll see how he does.
And is Rob Bach going to start tonight, or is he going to be also out as well?
Bach is out as well.
Okay. And what did you think of Alex Harris' play last night? Was it good play for you? Even though he gave up that late goal and an overtime goal, he was pretty solid in the game, though.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Alex, we probably would have lost that game about 6-3, 7-3.
Yeah.
I mean, he made some big saves that a lot of goalies in this league can't make, both in the first, second, and third period. And none of those goals that went in were his fault. I mean, the one that tied it up was, there were about 15 bodies, it looked like, in front of the net, and it might have gone off a player. So nothing you can do about that. In the third period, I mean, in an OT, I mean, that was just a great play by Iowa. They wanted to score more than we wanted to stop them. I mean, Hare made the first save, and they crashed the net, and we didn't protect them. So, we're gonna hopefully do a little bit better around him today, and not have to make him work so hard.
So he is getting the start today, even though Bonin had a pretty good start on Sunday. Alex Harris going to get the start today?
Yeah. I think Hare's got the confidence. I think he played great, and I think we need to keep him doing what he's doing, so Hare will start today.
And one last question, Coach, here. Big night from Wazinski last night for Iowa. How do you, if he gets, again, probably the start tonight, how do you expect to get to him tonight to try to get some goals on him?
We just got to get to him early, and we gotta put more pucks on net. We got outshot last night, and against a team like Iowa, you can't get outshot. You can't let that happen. So, he's a goalie that's not really proven himself overall yet. I think that was his biggest win last night was against us. So, we just got to get on him early, no matter who it is, whether it's him or their other goalie. But find a way. It doesn't have to be a perfect shot. It's just got to be a shot on net. Challenge him to make the save. Make him make the big save. If he can't make it, then obviously good things happen. But until you can put one on net, until you can put pressure on him, everybody's gonna be a great goalie if you don't put that type of pressure on him. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach. Well, we're hoping it's a win tonight and get 2 points out of it. Thanks for the interview.
Great, thanks.
And that was the interview that Stephen Duffy had with NIU D2 head coach Chuck Rinaldo. And good lengthy interview. It's going to be hard to miss Bach and Maher. Even though Maher doesn't have a point this season, he still is a key part of this team.
Well, and he's really just, even though, you said, he's a key part of this team, and he's an extra body. You like that fourth liner because he kind of gives stamina to your other three lines. But now you have to go with three lines tonight because you're missing Bach and Maher tonight. Jake is probably going to be that extra forward, extra defenseman tonight. So it's going to be tough. One of my keys to the game is that you're going to have to control the pace of the game because it's going to be tough getting those three lines going because, I mean, they're going to be pretty tired, especially in that third period. The third period is going to be the most interesting period because there's going to be some tired legs out there.
Well, we're going to take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll have Duffy's keys to the game, starting lineups, national anthem, and puck drop. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a
I
cold
want to be
day.
a football stadium.
I want to be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Gunzo's is your non-stop shop for all things hockey. Gunzo's carries all major brands such as Bauer, Easton, Reebok, Nike, CCM, and Ward. Gunzo's caters to not only players, but to teams as well, with the ability to take team orders. Gunzo's can customize jerseys, socks, t-shirts, warm-ups, and hockey bags. They have 3 convenient Chicagoland locations in River Forest, Morton Grove, and Chicago. Gunzo's is also the official equipment supplier of the Northern Illinois Huskies. Gunzo's Hockey Headquarters, where you will be treated like a pro.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent, 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories, 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. And we're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. Just about ready to get things underway here At Fox Valley Ice Arena, Huskies looking to split the weekend series against Iowa after losing 4-3 in overtime last night. Alex Hare, again, like Coach Ronaldo said, he made some saves that normally a lot of other goalies in this conference wouldn't have made.
Yeah.
Sprawling out Superman style a couple times. Very good movement from post to post as well. What's going to be the key for your three keys of the game for the Huskies to get, split this weekend?
Well, my three keys to the weekend, like I said, my number one key is you got to control the pace of the game. You got to play your game tonight, especially since you're missing Bach and Maher, so you're going to only go with 3 lines tonight. So it's going to be very tough for the Huskies to go with only 3 lines. So you got to control the pace of the game. You got to make sure that it's slowed down. Do not play too fast-paced because you could tire yourselves out, especially for that third period. My second key is got to be, if we get the lead, we got to keep it because we've had problems keeping the lead when we get it, and we ended up having a lead again last night with about 6 minutes left, up 3-2, and we let them tie the game back up. So that's going to be another key of mine. And my third and last key is Hare's gotta soak up those pucks because there was 3 out of the 4 goals that he gave up. They were rebound shots. So he's got to make sure that he soaks up those pucks, make sure that he doesn't give up any juicy rebounds for Iowa, and just make sure that he soaks them all up and have another good night tonight because he had a good night last night. And let's hope that we can get to the Iowa goalie tonight.
Yeah, Wisniewski is going to be back in net for the Hawkeyes. His first win of the season. I'm not sure if it's his first because those stats were still not updated. But like Coach Ronaldo said, probably the biggest win for the season for both the Hawkeyes and for Wisniewski in net. Looking at the starters right now for the Huskies, it looks like Ronaldo's going to go with that second line of Greenberg, Remley, and Sukel. Hare in net, and then LJ and Hickey on defense. So a little different look on both the back end and up front for Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think he's going to go with that defensive line again like he did Sunday because that defensive line did very well usually against the first line. And it's Remley, Greenberg, and Sukel who are all pretty good defensively. 2 of them, or all 3 of them actually play the penalty kill, so they're all obviously really good defensively. And then you got LJ and Hickey who have been playing pretty good of late, so I can understand the 5 starters there.
Yep. Greenberg 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points on the year. Remley 3, 5, and 8. And Sukel 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. So pretty good production from that second line.
Yeah.
Hickey has 2 goals, 19 assists, 21 points. And LJ 1 goal, 1 assist, and 2 points. Right now, the starting lineup so far for Iowa, it's going to be Schobrell and Bettenhausen on the defense. Starting forward is going to be number 22, Mike Castro. Number 21, Shane Gray. Or actually 71, that's Bobby Ackery. See, I get my 7s and 2s mixed up there a little bit, just like last night. And 19, Nathan Pedraza, who had 2 goals plus the game-tying and game-winning goal for the Hawkeyes, with Steve Wisniewski in net for the Hawkeyes. So what do the Huskies have to do to get a few more goals on Wisniewski, who has not really been a proven goaltender in this league?
Well, I think we got to do better on the power play. We were 1 for 5 last night, so it was pretty decent night in the power play. But like Coach Chuck said, you can only be so patient. You got to be patient, but you got to also look for those openings. You can't be just passing the puck. You can't be basically killing off the penalty for them. You got to get some shots on goal. So that's exactly what Chuck said because they did have a 5-minute power play and they didn't get any goals out of it. So that was a big key in the game last night. So I think we got to do better on the power play and just get more shots on Wisniewski because we didn't win the shot count last night, and we need to win the shot count tonight. So that's going to be the big key. Well, another key, an additional key to my 3 keys actually.
So all the teams are announced. It's time for the national anthem. After that, we'll have the puck drop here from Fox Valley Ice Arena in Geneva, Illinois. And it looks like Nick Remley's actually getting some kind of
Because of its last game. It's basically
home game.
It's basically
Yeah, that's right.
it's basically a senior night tonight. So they're
That's
saying.
true. I forgot about
Yep,
that.
they're
Good
saying
call.
they're saying goodbye to Remley right here.
Yeah, it is Nick Remley's last home game because the Huskies will finish up on the road at Southern Illinois and in Illinois the last 2 weekends, the first 2 weeks in December, as it looks like it's Remley's mom and sister down on the ice. I like the Remley Hawks jersey the mom's got on, though.
Yeah, that's very cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, I wanna get one of those jerseys myself. Get my last name on a Hawks jersey. That'd be really cool.
Duffy.
Yeah.
Duffy on a Hawks jersey. I
Yeah,
like that.
that'd
Why
be
not,
awesome.
right? So now we should be ready as Remley is honored here at Fox Valley. Ice Rink is the lone senior to graduate early. So now it is time for the national anthem. After this, we'll have the puck drop here against as Iowa takes on your Huskies. And we're back here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. The Huskies are getting ready to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Huskies will be off next week for Thanksgiving, and then, like I said, they'll be back in action to finish up the first half of the season at the East Alton Ice Arena in Southern Illinois as they take on Edwardsville the first week of December, and then that second week before finals. They'll be down in Champaign as they take on the Illinois Division I team.
Yeah.
The team that we played in the preseason this year. So.
We lost 9-4 in our first game of the year. So.
Well, that's a preseason, but
no,
still.
Yeah, I know. It was a preseason. It doesn't count towards the MACA conference. So,
No.
So, yeah, we've actually been, even though our overall record is 9-8-3, it's not that great. Our overall record in the MACA is still pretty good. We're still one of the top teams in the MACA. So, it's all conference. It's not really what your overall record is. It's what your conference record is. That's always the most important part.
But you want to get those non-conference wins because if you can beat a team like Illinois, split or sweep,
that gives a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and confidence.
And
like
confidence too. Yep.
So we're underway. Schobrell gives it over for Bettenhausen. He gets it in deeper on behind Alex here. He stops the puck, backhand pass, looking for Sukel. Pedraza picks it off. Benhausen trying to go back to Pedraza, but now Troy Hickey has it. Out through neutral ice over the Cyclones logo. He's going to get the zone, steps in, takes a shot, glove saved there by Wisniewski. And just like you said, and Coach Ronaldo said, get those shots on net and challenge him early.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the biggest part tonight because Wisniewski had a great night last night. I mean, I think he had about 45 shots taken on him, and we only got 3 goals on him. So really just a great night for him. So like Coach said, you got to get some shots on him, and I like what Hickey's doing there from a defensive side.
There's a shot off the face-off win by Greenberg that goes off the side of the net. And they battle for right side corner boards to Iowa zone. Bettenhausen's in there, Pedraza's in there. Greenberg's going to get the puck, but he can't go through the 4 Hawkeyes. Pedraza gets it out to the neutral ice, where Skameka's going to try to find Sukel off the end of his stick. Bettenhausen controls. Now Schobrell has it, off the boards, finds Pedraza, and the Hawkeyes are going to go for a semi-change here, as Sukel couldn't find Skameka. Now Hare, over for Hickey, goes through the legs to Boris. Back for Hickey, now right side half boards, Husky zone. Off the boards behind Hare. Here's a centering attempt shot. He fanned on it, did McMahon. Puck finds its way near side half boards. Boris trying to get it out, kept in nicely by Wheeler. Now Hickey can control for the Huskies. Looking for Rosinski. No icing call as Rosinski got a stick on it. Now out through center ice is McMahon. McMahon in front of the Huskies bench, winds, takes a weak shot that goes to the right of Alex Hare. Now in around behind is Kevin Schwartz. He has the puck, saucer pass for Boris. Boris slips, but at least he gets the puck out. Rosinski now over for Ron Coletta. Coletta evades a hit by Quinn, gets the line. And now Rosinski has a high slot, looking for Boris back door, but a good pickoff play there by Tide. Tide has it now through neutral ice. Gets the Husky zone, gets taken off by Kevin Schwartz. Good hip check there. Puck finds a way around right side corner boards. Tipped in on Hare. It actually went right through the blue paint. Leon trying to go off the boards. Pass it to himself, but Gray picked off the pass. Now in comes Verwort. He has it stripped away by Nick Leon, and if they hurry, they got a 2-on-3 here. Here's Nick Leon in the offensive zone. Now he stops, looking for the late man. It's going to be Hickey, but no passing lane was open. And finally it's picked off there by Nadler. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Gray's going to go for a change. Pounds comes on. Leon goes off. Joush around for Gorzica. Now here's a giveaway out in the high slot. Takes a shot. Tipped in. A good save there. On for Wart was Hare. His personal shot got deflected. He made the save. 17:20 left in the first. No score.
And you see Joush out there. It looks like he's going to be that seventh defenseman tonight. Yep. Instead of being a forward, it looks like what Coach said. He's just going to go with those 3 lines, and he's going to have Jake as that seventh defenseman out there tonight. So that's going to be very interesting how he does on the defense.
But like Coach said, here's a shot, and it's deflected off by Hickey. Now Martin has it. Shot goes just wide through the blue paint. Alex Hare on the blocker side. Now Pounce finds Netzela, but it's picked off there by number 93, Alex Martin. Puck comes out. Here's McLaughlin, excuse me. He comes out to neutral ice. Now Martin has it in the Husky zone. Toe drag takes a shot, shouldered away there by Alex Hare on the right side. McLaughlin keeps it in at the right point. Takes a shot. Hare makes the save, gives up a rebound. It's loose. And Hickey's going to clear it. Pound's trying to get it out. And he's going to do it to neutral ice. Smith back from McLaughlin. Picked off there by Netzela, but he has a giveaway. Here comes the Hawkeyes. Takes a shot. Big save by Hare on Purcell. Whistle stops play. 16:28 left. No scores. Alex Hare, again, just like last night, giving up a few rebounds.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, that's going to be one of my keys tonight. He can't give up those big, juicy rebounds because he can get those tip-ins and those garbage goals for Iowa, which they got 3 out of the 4 goals that they got last night. So that's going to be very important for Hare tonight, especially with those 3 lines, a lot of tired legs in that third period probably.
Schwartz for Greenberg, looking for Sukel to spring him, but it's tipped in by a Hawkeye, so no icing called as Benhausen gets taken off there by yesterday's birthday boy, Tyler Sukel. Now Pedraza has it, out through center ice for Schobrel. Schobrel gains the zone, takes a shot, goes wide on Alex Hare. Left face-off circle now. Skimeka battles with Schobrel, I believe. That's actually Pedraza and Sukel in there. Finally, the senior captain, Nick Remley, has it. Around for Kevin Schwartz. Trying to go through neutral ice to find Sukel, but Betancourt picked off the pass. And he's going to dump it in deep. No icing call. Huskies have to play it. Hare leaves it for Skimeka. Now alongside the right side half boards, finds Mark Greenberg. Out through neutral ice, looking for Sukel. Wheeler was there to break up the pass, so was Ackery. Wheeler's gonna get in the zone, kick it in. Around behind Harris, Skimeka, he drop passes it for Schwartz. Now around for Tyler Sukel. Sukel has a giveaway. Here's Nadler with a shot in the glove of Hare, and he's gonna save it and get the whistle. 15-15 left in the first. No score here between the Huskies and the Hawkeyes.
And actually, Tyler Sukel has had kind of a tough weekend with the turnovers.
Yeah.
Because I think last night he had, 3 or 4 turnovers in the defensive zone, and Alex Hare bailed him out every time. But I mean, you gotta make sure that you're careful with that puck in the defensive zone. You gotta make better passes, not to the middle. You just gotta get it up the boards to the outside.
Here's Nick Leon, gains the zone, backhand pass, finds Justin Rosinski, scores! Justin Rosinski, top shelf from Nick Leon, and the Huskies get the first goal of the night with 5 minutes into period number 1.
And there's those 2 stars that we always talk about, Nick Leon and Rosinski, hooking up once again. And this first line of Boris, Rosinski, and Leon, just a great snipe over Rosinski's glove side. Just ended up just ended up getting a great pass from Leon, and just a nice way to start out the game within the first 5 minutes of the game, going up 1-0 and getting the momentum in this game.
And you'll hear in the first intermission report interview, I got to sit down with senior forward Joe Boris, and I kind of asked him what it's like playing on that first line with Rosinski and Leon, and he's like, I really don't have to do much with such skilled players. I just basically
just kind of go to the front of the net.
Basically, he said he would much rather pass the puck than shoot to set up his
it seems like it. Yeah, he's much more of a playmaker than a sniper. He likes to pass the puck. He's a first pass guy. He I think he has about 10 or 11 assists, right?
16.
16 assists. Okay.
8 goals, 16 assists, 24 points. That's going to be icing on the Hawkeyes. The whistle's going to blow. 14:24 left. 1-0 Huskies.
Well, and like he says, I mean, even though that he could be a shooter, he doesn't have to be. He's got Leon and Rosinski, who are probably the best snipers, I would say, in the league, in all the points that they have. So, I mean, all you have to do is set them up, and they're going to be able to get the puck in the net.
And I also asked him, you'll hear in the interview, who his favorite player was. And he said Patrick Kane for the sole reason that he's a facilitator of the puck. He would much rather pass it like Joe does. Yeah,
because Patrick Kane does like to pass it first. At least in his early part of the career, he's starting to score a little bit more. But definitely, he's a pass first kind of forward, and that's what Joe Boris likes to do. He likes to pass it first before shoot.
So it's Leon, Pounds, and Boris, Hickey, and Coletta out there for the Huskies. Face-off won by Netzela. Now Hickey off the glass, out to neutral ice. It's not going to go far enough for icing, I don't believe, as Ryan Smith is back to get it. And his pass gets deflected at neutral ice by a Husky. And now Schwartz is out there with no stick. McLaughlin has a shot, gets deflected up off the protective netting. The whistle stops play, 13:58 left in the first, 1-0 Huskies. On Justin Rosinski's, let's see, that would be Rosinski's 10th goal of the season.
And in case you missed last night, McLaughlin and Greenberg almost got at it. It looked like they were about to drop the gloves, but
20 goals.
20 goals.
20.
Okay.
I wrote that wrong. 20 goals.
Okay. Yeah. You have problem.
I want to make sure that. Yeah,
you have a problem with your twos.
I can't. No. That time I just couldn't. I could not translate from computer to piece of paper.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. But yeah, like I was saying last night, in case you missed it, McLaughlin and Greenberg almost went at it, almost dropped the gloves, it looked like.
Yeah.
But they decided not to, because I think in this league you get a DQ if you end up dropping the gloves.
Yeah.
So they didn't. They were smart about it and just decided not to do it. But they did get 2 double minors, so it was. But it was very interesting.
Shot is gloved in down by Wisniewski off the faceoff. We'll do it again. 13:44 left. But yeah. I mean, Joe Boris was a good interview, so you guys stay tuned. First intermission, we'll play that. About a 4-minute interview.
One of the better interviews that we've had.
Yeah, I mean, I think Coletta was another good one yesterday. There's a rebound given up by Wisniewski off Joe Boris' stick, so the puck gets cleared down by Iowa. Kevin Schwartz is there, up off the glass for Gorzica. He's going to backhand it out to neutral ice. Bettenhausen has a blowout off the stick, but he connects now with Acri. Acri has a little speed. Centering pass through the blue paint, but there wasn't a Hawkeye there. And again, the Huskies, like last night, I was going to tell you what you thought, but they seemed really flat-footed in their own zone.
Yeah, they did.
They were getting beat to the outside a lot last night.
They were. They did. I don't think they were expecting the speed of Iowa.
Here's a giveaway shot, a save by Alex Hare in the glove. Off of Acri's stick, 13:03 left in the first, 1-0. But yeah, continue.
I think they were, like I was saying, I think that they weren't expecting the speed from Iowa, because they probably saw the record. They kind of came in here flat-footed thinking, oh, this team is going to be easy. But they ended up getting a tough game for them, because this is actually a very good team, like Coach Chuck said. I mean, so they kind of played flat-footed and weren't expecting all the speed of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Sukela trying to get it out. Wheeler keeps it in. And now it goes through the middle of the ice from Remley looking for Greenberg. Hickey has it now to the left of Alex Hare. He stops, looking for Skameka. Quinn bothers him off the puck. Quinn and Palmer there. Here's Nick Remley now. He comes out through the Fox Valley logo, through neutral ice, gains the zone. Sent it in around behind Wisniewski. Now Skameka's there. Skameka trying to get it deep, but the Hawkeyes are going to clear it out through neutral ice where Troy Hickey can control in the Husky zone. Now Mark Greenberg has it, looking for Sukel, and that's going to be an icing call on the Huskies. This is about the third icing call on the Huskies. They just haven't been able to connect on the passes.
Yeah, really. Last night they actually started off very well, and they and they were doing very well keeping it in Iowa Hawkeye zone. But this tonight, it seemed like they're kind of having trouble connecting on those passes. Again, I think they're going with only 3 lines tonight. That's going to really hurt them because they're going to be very tired and not getting those crisp passes like they usually do. So it's going to be very interesting to see, especially in the later part of the game, if they can keep it going.
And now we rejoin the play as Gray's going to send it in off the glass. Around to the right of Alex Hare. Now Sukel bothered off by Gray. Remley has it now. Kept it nicely by McLaughlin, but Hickey's there to take it away from him. Hickey now gets the zone. He's going to wind and fire, and it goes off the side head. Almost looked like he got it in just over the glove side. But Wisniewski makes the save. Coletta trying to get it in off a Hickey stick, but McLaughlin is going to control. Picked off by Boris. He sends it in deep. That first line is out there with Coletta and Schwartz on the D. Here's McLaughlin, a giveaway. Brzezinski looking for Leon and Boris, and they couldn't connect on the tic-tac-toe passing play. Back comes Nadler. Nadler gets rubbed off by Coletta, but he regains control. Center attempt deflected in off of Leon's skate, and Hare had to be careful and make a save. Now Smith has it. Taken off by Coletta, gives it over for Brzezinski behind Hare. He comes out with it to Joe Boris. Boris through the neutral ice, has a little bit of room. He gains the zone. Pass for Leon. It's deflected in by Boris, and he couldn't bury it as Wisniewski had to make a save butterfly style. And the puck gets sent in around behind the right. Far side corner, Bourne's Iowa zone. Netzela has it, backhanded around. Looking for Leon, but Bettenhausen gets it off the glass. Out now is Verwoerd. He finds Palmer. He's bothered there by Schwartz. Good gum up at the blue line by the Huskies defenseman. Now here's Martin. Up off the glass now for Schwartz, and he gets it to neutral ice. 10:23 left in the frame, 1-0 Huskies. Good hit there by Coletta on Ringham. Martin sends it all the way around, looking for Purcell. He's bothered by Boris and Netzela. Finally right point for Chobrel. He takes a shot, sticked away to the near side corner boards. Hare out through center ice. Here's Joe Boris now. He's going to send it in deep and go for a change, so that Pounds and Gorzica can get on the ice. Now out to neutral ice. Martin gets it in deep. Back to regain the puck is Hickey. And it's going to be on goal on Wisniewski, so no icing called. Bettenhausen has it now. He's going to come up for Martin. Out through neutral ice. He gains his own right point. He stops. Looking for the pass. Finds Acker. He takes a shot. Deflected in on Hare. Where is it? It's loose, and he covers up the puck. Good save on a redirect by the Husky netminder. 9:32 left in the first. 1-0 your score.
Well, and that was also a good job by Jake Josh there, making sure that the guy that the Iowa Hawkeye at the net, I think it was number 9 for Iowa, Kevin Dunsire. He was at the net, and it looked like he was about to ready to make the tip and then rebound, but Jake Josh ended up getting him out of the paint there so Hare could cover up the puck. So good job by Jake there.
Here's Greenberg now, has a giveaway. Pedraza takes a shot deflected off a Remley stick, and it flutters wide on Alex Hare. Now Hickey, and it's cleared to the neutral ice by Joush. So it's going to be an offsides play on Iowa. Joush, big guy, has pretty good hands for a bigger guy. And Pedraza has it now. Right point, evades a check from Hickey. In behind Alex Hare. Here's Jake Joush. Joush gets it out through neutral ice. No icing call. Wisniewski has to play it off the glass. Zukel keeps it in. His shot goes off of Ackery's stick. And now Tide sends it all the way around, and that's going to be icing. Hickey's got to hurry. And he's going to get the icing call. 8:40 left in the first. 1-0 Huskies.
Yeah, and I just got an update on my phone that it looks like the Blackhawks activated Michael Handzus off the IR today. So you got to expect that he's probably going to get a start either in this game tonight or the game coming up on Monday, I think. Because they'll probably move Shaw to a winger since Host is out tonight. I'm thinking that Handzus is going to play tonight, and they're going to move Shaw to a winger and put Peary down to the third line, I'm thinking.
So with 8:38 left and another shot, I think that was off a Leon stick, went through the blue paint. And we'll talk about the Hawks as they get ready to take on Vancouver tonight. A little bit during the first and definitely during the second, as that game does not get underway till about 9 o'clock Chicago time.
And we'll also talk about the big Chicago Bull getting hurt.
Oh.
Derrick Rose again.
Here's Boris with a shot, pad save, rebound. Kevin Schwartz trying to get it, but yeah, D Rose out now for an
at least a couple
unknown length of
months.
time.
Yeah, at least a couple months. It's not an ACL, but it's a torn meniscus, so there's no amount of time that they don't know, but he definitely will need surgery.
Tide sends it around. He then finds Palmer, and that one goes in, I believe, the Hawkeye bench.
No, it hit off the ceiling.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
I thought I heard a ping, but I didn't know where it went.
Yeah, it went way up off the ceiling. So it was a high arcer there. But, I mean, so far tonight with the Huskies, the shots so far, I mean, they're not winning the shot count. I think they're down 9-7 right now in the shots, so they're not winning, but at least they're doing a little bit better in the defensive side tonight than they were last night because they gave up a lot of shots last night, at least over 40.
Here's a centering attempt broken up nicely by Hickey. Here's Brian Pounds. Brian Pounds trying to get it deep, but it's gummed up at the neutral ice. Verwort gets it in deep. He battles with Gray, does Coletta and Hickey. Coletta wins the puck for Gorzica. He's going to grab it now up off the glass and get it out to the Hawkeye zone. No icing called. McLaughlin has it now to the right of Wisniewski in the Hawkeye zone. Now around. He's going to find 17 for Verwort. He battles with Nedzela. Now it's taken and dumped in deep there by the Hawkeyes Gray, and he's going to go off for a change. Here's Ron Coletta. He comes out through the right face-off circle. Now finds Tyler Sukel, taken off the puck by Purcell, and he's going to send it in deep to the right of the Huskies netminder. Now Troy Hickey comes out through the middle of the ice. He finds Mark Greenberg. He gains the zone. He stops, finds Hickey driving hard to the net, and that's what the Huskies have to do. They haven't done a lot is when you have three guys up, one guy has got to just drive right to the middle of the net and create a little bit of space.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do on this team because...
Here's Mark Greenberg. Good save there by McLaughlin for Wisniewski as he went diving down. Remley was there back door looking for a goal on senior night for him. But now Schwartz has it. Schwartz gets it out to center ice. Now back in the Hawkeyes zone, Schobrell's going to grab it, and it's going to be icing call. 6:12 left in the first, 1-0 to score.
But yeah, you made a good point. I mean, you just got to have that third guy drive to the net, try to get that tip in if there is a rebound or if there's a nice pass to the middle. So you just got to get that third guy. They're always trying to look for the perfect shot, but sometimes you just got to get those garbage goals, and you just kind of go to the net. But I was seeing now that Jake he's not a seventh defenseman. Actually, Troy Herlin is out. It looks like tonight.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not sure if he got a DQ from getting thrown out last night, or if just the coach decided to sit him tonight. But I'll be very interesting without him because he's been a big scorer for this team this year.
Yeah, Troy Herlin, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points.
Yep.
So another big, and it's not that he's like a big defenseman. He's a tall defenseman.
Yeah, so it's very hard to kind of see over him to try to get it to the goal. And it's not like he's very quick, but he's elusive. He knows how to take you off the puck, and he knows how to get you off the puck there. But he's also a good scorer, a good power play guy, and they're really going to miss him tonight. I'm not sure if he's DQ'd or if maybe the coach just decided to sit him.
So Bobby Ackery in the face-off circle for Nick Remley. He wins the face-off, does Ackery. Puck comes to the right face-off circle. Now Pedraza has it. He's going to get it out to neutral ice where Tyler Sukel can control. Sukel takes a hit from Pedraza up near the head where Maher got his hit last night.
And actually the linesman got knocked down as well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, too bad. Here's Kevin Schwartz now through the neutral ice. He takes a hit from Pedraza, but he gets it in deep. Now Schobrell has it. He gets it over. Finds Pedraza, and he takes a hit there nicely by Schwartz. Brzezinski still on top of him. And the play continues. Now on the right half boards, Brzezinski looking for Joush, and he can't get it in deep. To be offsides on the Hawkeyes as Pedraza was shaken up, and now the whistle blows. And it's going to be a high stick on Brzezinski. Well, a very uncharacteristic penalty on Justin Brzezinski.
But I would think that it was a slash since he was holding his wrist. I'm not sure.
Was it? I thought I saw him go like that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought maybe because he was holding his wrist, I think. Is it a high sticking?
So Brzezinski, 2 minutes for high sticking, and there's a Hawkeye in the penalty box that's tied.
Yeah, and so it's going to be double minors here, probably a roughing or a retaliation call there. So it's going to be to 4-on-4. There was a lot of 4-on-4 last night.
Yeah, there was.
So I mean, you could expect that again tonight with all this fast play on 4-on-4 and not a lot of hitting, a lot of shots. So you're going to see some more 4-on-4 here for about 2 minutes with 5:05 left in the game.
And you got your nice little crayons tonight. So
Yeah.
whenever you need to do a little skadoodling on your draw pad, we have to make sure Dan camera's over to your red,
Yeah.
blue, and black markers.
Yeah, I'll try to show people that I could be a coach if I wanted to, because I got
You really could.
I got a nice little clipboard over here.
You're Old Czech Junior. That's all you are. So we rejoin the players. A shot's going to be offsides on the Hawkeyes. As I'm trying to think who was in on the play a little bit too early. It could have been Nadler. Actually, I think it was Chobrel. So 4:42 left in the first. 1-0 Huskies. 1:37 left in the 4-on-4. Roughing to Tide and high sticking to Rosinski.
And it seems like kind of Michael Tide is kind of the enforcer for the Iowa Hawkeyes, because I think he had 2 or 3 penalties last night, and this is his first tonight. Yeah, I think he had 2, maybe 3, but yeah, it seems like he's kind of the enforcer, making sure that he always protects his guys if they end up getting in trouble.
Tyler Sukel gets it in deep. Now Wheeler has it, backhand around, finds Chobrel. Pass picked off there by Nick Leon. Shovel pass, finds Ron Collette. He's in all alone, takes a shot, and he goes wide, but there's a delayed penalty call coming up on the Hawkeyes. Harrod off to the bench. Boris out as the extra attacker.
I think it's going to be a trip there on number 21, Sean Gray, I think.
Here's Joe Boris. Now Ron Collette has it. 1 minute left on the 4-on-4. Nick Leon has it now. He gets it in deep. Chobrel in there. Sukel, and finally the whistle blows. And let's see if Duffy's light. It's actually going to be a slash.
Yeah, it's going to be a slash, actually, on Joey Wheeler, number 20. So the defenseman right there, 1 goal, 6 assists this year. And it's going to be now a 4-on-3 for 52 seconds, and then we're going to get a 5-on-4 for about 1 minute and 8 seconds after Rosinski gets out of the box.
So the Huskies are going to go on the power play with 3:57 left in the game. In the first period. See, I already want the game to be over. I don't know why. It's hockey.
Yeah, but last night the power play was 1 for 5. Like Coach said, wasn't the greatest. They had a 5-minute major, and they couldn't get a power play goal out of it. So he expects much more out of the power play tonight.
Here's a shot by Hickey. Now Leon has it. Takes a shot, goes just over the glove, and it's going to go all the way back down to the Husky zone. Hickey's going to grab it. Now he finds Mark Greenberg. Mark Greenberg neutralized, finds Nick Leon. Bettenhausen rubs him off the puck. Puck is held up against the boards. There's 3 Huskies there, and finally they win the puck for Greenberg. Sukel for Hickey. Back for Sukel. He's going to wind and fire into the breadbasket of Wisniewski. He saves the puck and covers it up. 3:15 left in the first. 1-0 Huskies. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Good job by Wisniewski there by soaking that puck up, because Greenberg was right there for the rebound, and he would have got a tip in if he didn't soak up that puck. So really good job there. That could have been a goal, but a good job by him. Still 10 seconds left in the 4-on-3, and then about 1 minute and 8 for the 5-on-4 when they get out of the box.
Here's Hickey now. Now for Sukel. Back for Hickey at the point. Now Sukel. They play a little catch. Give and go, and it's in the glove of Wisniewski off of Sukel's stick. Tide goes to the bench, and I think Rosinski's going to go too. Actually, Rosinski's going to stay out.
Yeah, he's a big power play guy for this team, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he's going to stay out there as a defenseman, actually.
So the Huskies on that short 4-on-3 power play is 0 for 1. Now Rosinski has it, and he's going to fan on the pass. And Rosinski's going to grab the puck again at neutral ice. Looking for Boris, finds him, give and go with Rosinski over the Cyclones logo. He gains the zone. Left side corner boards, Hawkeye zone. He evades a check there by Bettenhausen. Rosinski, good stick handling here. He controls. He's going to backhand saucer for Hickey at the right point. Now to the slot for Rosinski. Boris comes out to the left. And it's going to go off the top of the protective netting. 31 seconds left in the power play. 1-0 the Huskies lead.
Seems like the Hawkeyes are actually really good with those sticks, because there was, I would say, about 8 or 9 of those pucks going off the net, off the sticks of the Hawkeyes. So I mean, it really just good on the sticks from them. But I mean, we just got to do a better job of getting around, be patient, getting around those sticks, and getting more shots on goal on Winitsky.
Here's Boris now, right point. Now to the high slot for Hickey, left point for Rosinski. You got Sukel at the front of the net, looking for a screen. Now Boris has it, 17 seconds left. Hickey fires and it goes just wide off a Hawkeye stick out in front. Rosinski regains possession. Now Nick Leon has it. Now back for Rosinski, left point. Now right point for Hickey. He's going to give it down for Boris. Boris center attempt for Hickey out in front as he went through the defense. Penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. Huskies 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. They battle for it left side corner boards. Hawkeye zone. Comes free to Sukel. Sukel has it now for Boris. Back pass for Hickey, left point. Hickey winds and fires in the glove as Sukel went flying by. And him and McLaughlin exchange a couple whacks. 1:35 left. Both teams are at full strength.
Well, and you're seeing the Huskies, they're just trying to get shots on net. They're just looking for those garbage goals. They're not really looking for the perfect shot tonight like they were last night. I think they're just shooting anything that they can get on the goalie, and he's just doing it on Winitsky, and he's just doing a great job of soaking everything up, making sure that there's no rebounds. But I mean, you keep doing that, keep getting shots on goal, keep trying to get rebounds, because eventually you will get a couple rebounds and maybe get a couple more goals.
Puck gets sent all the way down. Or it actually comes through neutral ice. Here's Palmer, the shot into the glove. As Hare makes a save at face level. 1:24 left in the first. 1-0 Huskies on Rosinski's 20th, or what did I say that was? 20th goal of the season. See,
yeah.
I'm just going to write that down right now.
And coming up in this first intermission, we'll talk about the hockey, and we'll talk about also my NCAA football scores that I always do in the first intermission. A lot of big games today.
And the Boris interview.
Yeah, and the Boris interview as well. So I have a lot coming up for you, so don't go anywhere when the intermission comes.
Here's the puck now, right side, or left side half boards. Now down in the corner, Husky zone. Netzla gives it all the way over. And now it looks like Palmer and Skameka going at it. Palmer really giving the business to LJ. And I think Palmer's going to get sent off.
I think it might
LJ
be.
too.
I think it might be double minors here, yeah. And again, just seems like LJ's kind of like that Dave Bolin, Andrew Shaw of your team. He's just kind of like that guy that always agitates the other players, always makes sure that he kind of gets under their skin a lot, and which he really does well, because he always gets it seems like at least once a weekend he always gets into it with somebody.
He's a rat.
Yeah, he really is.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah,
in a
because
good way.
you need some of those guys to kind of get under the skin of the other team, and which I really like, because you need one of those guys to kind of help you out there.
Here's this face-off win by the Hawkeyes. Pedraza, he gets it in deep. Coletta off the net for Hickey. 1 minute left in the first. Huskies up 1-0. Remley now finds Nick Leon, but he's bothered out the puck nicely by Wheeler. Joey Wheeler looking for Leon. Leon now has it. Centering tip, and it's in! Leon off the backside of Wisniewski, and the Huskies go up 2-0 with 46.5 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was saying. You just got to get shots on net, and that's exactly what Leon did. I think he was looking for more of the pass, but it ended up hitting the backside of Winitsky, and just a great job there, just getting the puck to the middle, and it ended up turning out very lucky for him. So now it's 2-0, and that's very good, because that's right before the period ends, and that could give them a lot of the momentum going into the second period for the Huskies.
Now Hickey has it. Yeah, like you said, he was looking to go backhand pass through the blue paint.
But sometimes you just...
And Hickey almost backhands it off of Wisniewski, but yeah, going...
Sometimes you just got to get it to the middle, see what happens, see if you get any tips or anything.
Here's Coletta now, back for Leon. Now Coletta has it at the left half boards. He comes out through the Husky zone. Now through neutral ice over the Cyclones logo. He's going to dump it right in on Wisniewski. Looking for a rebound. He's going to cover up the puck with Remley right in his cage. 15.5 left, 2-0 Huskies. 1:07 left in the 4-on-4 with Palmer and Skameka in the penalty box.
Yeah, 15 seconds left here. Like I said, they're going to have a lot of momentum, the Huskies, going into the second period. We'll see if they can carry that over, and we'll see if they can keep this lead because they've really, again, they've had trouble keeping leads of late, so they need to do that tonight.
Here's Schwartz with a big shot from the point. Sukel now battles, left face-off circle, down for Hickey. Center attempt for Netzla. Good stick there by Chobrel. 3 seconds left, 2. And there's going to be a late penalty here. And a high stick on Iowa.
And it looks like that's going to be on Joey Wheeler again.
I don't think it was Wheeler. I think it was it Wheeler or 93?
I thought
think
because
it was Martin.
I thought because Sukel was down at the blue line over there. I thought maybe he got high sticked in the face.
So we'll see as as Schwartz is getting the call from the referees. I could have swore Martin was putting his hands up like, how did you call that one?
Yeah, you could be right. I wasn't exactly sure who got it, but we'll see. We'll just have to see coming into that second period because it'll be then a 4-on-3 again. Like about 5 minutes ago, it was a 4-on-3. Yeah, it's going to be on number 93.
Martin.
Yeah, Alex Martin. Yep. So you're right on that, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 for 51 seconds, and then about 1:09 seconds of 5-on-4. So we'll see how their power play does in the second period coming up. They're 0 for 2 so far in this game.
Well, coming up in the first period intermission report, Huskies are up 2-0 on a Leon Begg pass off of Wisniewski and a good give and go with Rosinski. So coming up in the first intermission, we'll break down the first period play, look forward to period 2. Play the interview with Joe Boris, as well as looking at the NCAA football scores. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Start it off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Over here at jamsonair.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear... Or how about this tasty track? I want to get you in the back seat, windows up, that's the way you like it. We have them all. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop, lollipop. Well, maybe not that. jamsonair.com. Radio when you want it.
We know balancing family, friends, work, and free time keeps you busy. We want to help you start your day off right. Whether you're visiting for business or for pleasure, you'll always get a clean and fresh Hampton bed. Free high-speed internet access, free hot breakfast served daily with fresh baked waffles and hearty oatmeal with toppings, friendly, helpful service, and much more. For one rate. Guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, we don't expect you to pay. That's our commitment and your guarantee. That's 100% Hampton. Go to HamptonInn.com to find the nearest location. Hampton Inn and Suites, the official hotel of NIU Hockey. Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
Yeah, I get it. You're an outcast. Always under attack.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah?
Do you want to go to the state fair?
Yeah.
Do you want to ride the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
The one with the reverse flip?
Yeah!
Well, you can't.
Huh?
Well, you see, Billy, when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have done with it, including going to the state fair.
Oh, man.
Cheer up. This year, your parents will make it right. They're going to visit EnergySavers.gov, where they'll get tips on how to save energy and money. Then they'll add extra insulation and get a few of those Energy Star appliances. They could save hundreds of dollars a year. And you know what, Billy?
What?
They'll take you to the state fair next year.
But I want to go this year.
I know you do, Billy. I know you do. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Have you always wanted to be on radio or television? Don't lie to yourself, of course you have. That means that you need to come to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. At ICB, you'll learn everything you need to know. Hands-on training in audio programming, video editing, and much, much more. Financial assistance is available for those who qualify, so you've got no excuse. Go online to beonair.com or call 630-916-1700 for more information. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where your career begins.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey. Now let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus for more NIU hockey.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a
I
cold
want to be
day.
a football
I want to be
stadium.
a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Gunzo's is your non-stop shop for all things hockey. Gunzo's carries all major brands such as Bauer, Easton, Reebok, Nike, CCM, and Ward. Gunzo's caters to not only players, but to teams as well, with the ability to take team orders. Gunzo's can customize jerseys, socks, t-shirts, warm-ups, and hockey bags. They have 3 convenient Chicagoland locations in River Forest, Morton Grove, and Chicago. Gunzo's is also the official equipment supplier of the Northern Illinois Huskies. Gunzo's Hockey Headquarters, where you will be treated like a pro.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent, 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories, 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
Hey, you're sitting around listening to the radio when you could be on it. You think I'm kidding? The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is looking for people just like you to enroll for classes right now. Stop wishing you were on the air and get down to making it happen. At ICB, students are trained by some of the best and brightest professionals in the industry. And not only that, you'll learn the ins and outs of both radio and TV. You'll be ready to take the airwaves by storm. There couldn't be a better time than now to hop on to beonair.com and fill out that application. It only takes a few minutes, and when you're done, you'll have taken the first step to getting on a fast track to your dreams. Once again, that's beonair.com, or you can call 630-916-1700. Classes are filling up fast, though, so you you'd better get going. So what are you still doing here? Go now. 630-916-1700 or visit beonair.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
And we're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. Sorry for that. I got a little bit distracted here on the airwaves. We'll play the Boris interview during the second period intermission report. Let's let Duffy go through the NCAA football scores because I know there's some big games going on tonight, and then we'll get to the Bulls news.
Give me 1 second. Okay, it's some of the big football scores that, in case you've missed some of the games, Texas A&M and the Blues and LSU, ranked number 12, going against number 22 ranked LSU, lost 34-10 today, so that's a big loss for them. If you're a Notre Dame fan, they won 23-13 today. Stanford ended up taking their loss last week out on Cal this week, winning 63-13, so they just took it out on them. UCLA, Arizona State tied 7-7 right now in the first. Missouri, Ole Miss are going to play tonight. That's going to be a big game there. Number 8 ranked Missouri going against number 24 ranked Ole Miss. Probably the biggest game of this weekend, Baylor going up against Oklahoma State, number 4 ranked going up against number 10 ranked. So that's going to be a big game there. Oregon, they ended up losing to Arizona 42-16. They got destroyed today, so that's a big loss for Oregon there.
Ranked?
They were ranked number 5. If they would have won a couple more games, they would have. Yeah, they're going to go way down. And Wisconsin beat Minnesota, 2-ranked team there. Minnesota got into the rankings, but ended up losing to Wisconsin 20-7 today.
And Illinois finally got a win today?
Yep, Illinois won 20-16.
Gosh.
They're 4-7 now, but they just beat Purdue today. Purdue's probably one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. So if Illinois didn't win that game, then that would have been pretty bad. And then the last game in the football, Florida State, number 2, ended up beating Idaho 80-14. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing.
Wait, who was that?
Idaho. Florida State beat Idaho 80-14. I mean, I know that you're a D1, but you can't get beat that bad.
Is there such thing as a mercy rule in NCAA football for crying out loud?
There should be. If they're like a 50-point mercy rule or something like that, I mean, yeah. I mean, and then in basketball, one big game was Louisville versus Fairfield. They ended up winning 71-57. So Louisville is ranked number 3, so they're back after that. And it seems like the guard of what's his name, who had the bad knee injury last season. For Louisville. Right? Were you watching the game that Thanksgiving Day?
No.
When the bone was sticking out of his leg?
Okay, yeah. Don't even. Yeah.
He's actually back this season, and he's a big part of that team still. A lot of people thought that after they saw that injury, his career might be over, but he's actually back. He's not doing too bad for Louisville, but that was one of probably the worst injuries you will ever see. If you didn't get a chance to see it, and you really want to, I don't know if you really want to, but if you want to get a chance to see it, just go to YouTube.
No, you don't.
Just go to YouTube and look at it. It is probably one of the worst injuries you'll ever see, because especially on national TV. It was on Thanksgiving, and it was during the Final Four. So
you can't even
seeing the
censor that.
Just seeing the reaction of the bench was probably the worst, because the bench was like they didn't even want to look, and they were all crying, and it was surreal, because it was just one of the worst injuries you'll ever see, especially that you could see. It was just horrible. I mean, but let's hope that he has a good season this year, because that was just brutal last year.
Yeah, and Kim made a good point too. No Pickett.
Yeah, you're right. No Brian Pickett tonight. I forgot about that. Why did I not notice that?
Usually, I didn't see any Walker coming in the ring, so that should have been my first clue.
Yeah, I wonder if he's injured or if they're just kind of going with that. Troy Herlin and Brian Pickett are out, so going with 6 defensemen and still 3 forward lines tonight.
All right, as we rejoin the play, we're underway here in the second period. Huskies on a power play, 4-on-3 for another 26 seconds. Here's Justin Rosinski now for Boris. Back for Rosinski at the right point. Now he skates high slot. Pass 2 out to handle for Leon. Hickey now and Chobrel. And it's going to be Nick Leon winning the puck. Here's Rosinski, takes a shot into the breadbasket. Another shot by Boris, and it's blocked out in front. He couldn't bury it. Now Nick Leon has it. Left face-off circle. High slot for Rosinski. Back for Leon. He can't handle the pass. Skameka and Palmer out. 5-on-4 power play now for the Huskies. Here's Rosinski. Now back for Skameka. He comes to score! LJ Skameka goes 5-hole on Wisniewski, and a power play goal puts the Huskies up 3-0.
What a great job by LJ there. I mean, just coming out of the box and just waiting for that pass from Wazinski, and just ends up going 5-hole. Just a nice little snapshot right underneath the pads of Wazinski. And just a great job by LJ there. And that's, I think, only his second goal of the year and his third point. So he's not had that many goals, but he's been a big, important part in this team. And he's only a freshman, remember. He just came in this year, and he's been a big part of this team, helping that defense out on that side.
Here's Nedzla now winning the face-off, but it's controlled by Ackery. Ackery is going to be offsides. Huskies are going to get an offensive zone face-off, or it's neutral zone face-off here in the 1850. Huskies now up 3-0 on LJ's second goal of the season on the power play.
Yeah, and that's their first power play goal. They're 1 for 4 now, and actually, the Hawkeyes have not gotten a power play chance yet, so very good discipline-wise, even though there's been a couple double minors, but at least we haven't been on the penalty kill yet.
Like you said, the two penalties to Rosinski and LJ were both double minors, so Hawkeyes, like you said, not on the power play yet tonight. Off the glass now for Gorzica. He wins the puck. Battled there with, Dunzire. Didn't see him much last night. Now Pedraza has it. Giveaway to Coletta, knocked down with a high stick. Pedraza's going to get it into the Husky zone. Now it's taken by Kevin Schwartz.
That was big by Coletta there because that could have been a 2-on-1, but he just ended up getting a stick on that puck.
Now Smith has it over for Wheeler, looking for Dunzire. But Coletta was able to break up that pass. Coletta goes through for Hawkeyes, but he can't gain the zone. Back is Ackery now. Ackery comes out, shoots, big save there by Hare with the right blocker. Now Kevin Schwartz has it, gets taken down, and there's going to be a penalty on the Hawkeyes. Nuski's going to go right back on the power play. Good feet movement there by Kevin Schwartz.
Yeah, and a good job by drawing the penalty there. The Huskies are really doing a good job of drawing the penalties here tonight. This is going to be their 5th power play now tonight. Like we said, they were 1 for 5 last night. Not the best power play night for them because they had a couple big power plays, like a 5-minute major, and they didn't get any power plays there. And they had also, I think, they had a couple other, I think they had a 5-on-3 that night as well, and they couldn't get anything in the net besides the first power play goal. So it's going to be big here tonight, and they ended up getting the power play goal there with LJ. And you wonder if if Coach is gonna go with LJ on that second power play since he already got a goal tonight.
Well, Wheeler 2 minutes for a knee-on-knee hit on Schwartz. Here's Boris now, right point. He fakes the shot, now back for Hickey. Swines and fires, stick save there made by Wisniewski. Now Hickey keeps it in, now left face-off circle for Rosinski. High slot for Hickey, right point. Now down right face-off circle for Boris. Now back for Hickey at the point. Back for Boris now. Play a little give and go. Boris skates away from Dunzire. Now Rosinski has it. He avoids a check from Purcell. Here comes Hickey, winds and fires, deflected in on goal, and it goes just wide on Wisniewski. Leon now for Rosinski, keeps it in left point. Backhanded pass for Sukel. Back for Rosinski, he's going to keep it in nicely. Sends it around behind for Boris. Now back pass for Sukel, left corner boards, Hawkeye zone. Now left point for Rosinski, 1 minute left on the power play. 3-0 NIU. Now here's Tyler Sukel. Sukel's got it. Left face-off circle. Now he's going to dish it off to Boris for Rosinski. Back to Boris. Looking to go back, and it goes through the 5-hole. The paint almost banked it in again. And finally, the Hawkeyes clear the puck. 44 seconds left on the power play. Alex Hare is going to stop this one for Nick Leon. Hawkeyes go for a change on the penalty kill. Up comes Nick Leon. He gains the zone. Has a little room. Takes a shot on the ice, and it doesn't get through all the way. Ingray's going to send it down. 25 left on the power play. 3-0 Huskies. 16 minutes left in the second period. Now Troy Hickey has it. Finds Justin Rosinski. Brzezinski's got it now, far side half boards. Now in behind Wisniewski, and there's going to be another penalty on the Hawkeyes as Brzezinski got taken down. And the Huskies are going to have 5-on-3 for 2 seconds and then go right back on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, on that power play, it wasn't the best power play, just a really good penalty kill, I think, there by the Hawkeyes. So I think they were being a little bit too patient, like Coach Chuck was saying in the interview. I think they were just looking for perfect shots. I think sometimes you just got to get pucks in the net and hope for rebounds in the power play. There they were just looking for the perfect shot, I think, a little bit too much and passing a little bit. Because like Coach said, I mean, you can be patient, but you can't be too patient where you're almost killing off the penalty for the other team when you're just passing it at the points, back and forth.
Thank you, Ian, for letting us know that Pickett's actually in Florida on vacation with his family, so I guess we can give him a break.
Okay. At least he's not hurt. That's the most important thing.
That's the main thing. Like I said, I didn't see a walker in the stall, so I knew he wasn't hurt. Huskies on the power play now. They're 1 for 5. Here's Remley now for Greenberg. Left point for Skemeka. He's going to take a shot, looking for a redirection out in front by Remley. Knocked down with a high stick, and Skemeka's just going to touch it and get the whistle. 15-11 left in the second period. 3-0 Huskies, 1:25 left in the period.
Like I thought, Coach Chuck is going with actually Skemeka on that second. Usually he's not on the power play, but because he got a goal tonight, like coaches always like to do, they always kind of like to go with a hot hand. So he ends up going with LJ, who got a goal, and so he's going with him in the second power play unit. But he ended up knocking it down with the high stick there. So they're gonna have to get this face-off in their own zone, actually.
Face-off to the left of Hare, won by Sukel. Back for Boris, and they're gonna break out now. Boris over for Rosinski. Comes out through neutral ice, evades a check. He's gonna try to go through the legs of Nadler, but Nadler's gonna send it in on Alex Hare. Now Troy Hickey has it. Comes out behind Alex Hare. Got a little bit of room. Finds Joe Boris. Sukel kind of sets a pick. Now Boris looking for Leon. Back to the point for Hickey. Now for Rosinski. Rosinski's going to take a shot. Sticked away there by Wisniewski. Boris going to get it, keep it in. Now for Justin Rosinski. Winds, fires. Good block there by Bettenhausen, and he's down a little bit. And the Iowa comes out. Here's Dunzire with Nadler. Dunzire shoots, big save there by Huskies goaltender Alex Hare. And back comes Nick Leon. 3-on-2 with Sukel and Rosinski. Leon looking for the centering attempt, goes off the stick of Wheeler. Now Sukel has it. Back for Boris. Down for Sukel, right face-off circle. Looking to go get a deflection, goes through the blue paint. Hickey for Rosinski now. Rosinski takes a shot and it goes through, and there's going to be a delay penalty call again on Iowa. Here's Rosinski. Sukel. Now for Leon. For Rosinski, now Greenberg. He's going to fake a shot. Miller's going to touch it, and Huskies going to go right back on the power play. 3 straight penalties on the Hawkeyes.
I think it looked like it was a cross check there on number 20, Wheeler again, and I think he's been in the penalty box, I would say, 2 or 3 times tonight, so he's not doing any favors for his team and his coaches right now. And this is going to be the 7th power play for NIU.
Yeah.
So far, they're 1 for 6, not doing too good on the power play. Let's hope that they can change it here after having 2 power plays in a row, and they get this 3rd power play, and they'll hopefully finally get another power play goal here.
Yeah, I think if you can get at least one more power play goal here,
you could put this game out of reach if you could get it right here.
Hickey takes a shot off the stick of Gray, and Hickey's got to retreat back to neutral ice. Now for Ron Coletta. Coletta's got it. Drop pass for Troy Hickey over the Chelios logo. Through the skates of Netzela as he was zigging and he thought he was zagging. Coletta for Hickey. He's going to dump it in deep on Wisniewski. Gray's going to send it all the way down. Try to keep it in was Coletta, and he couldn't do it. Now Purcell has it in front of the Huskies bench. Now for Hickey. Finds Mark Greenberg. Brian Pounds on this power play unit with Netzela. Greenberg drives the net. He's going to go all the way around. Cross-ice pass for Troy Hickey. Off the boards for Pounds. Pounds bothered there by McLaughlin, and McLaughlin does a good job of getting the puck out of the zone. Now for Ron Coletta. Over for Netzel. He tips it in, but McLaughlin's going to send it all the way down to the Husky zone. Hickey looking for Rosinski, but again, the Hawkeyes doing a good job of breaking up the play right at the blue line.
And you see Troy Hickey out there again. I did an interview with him, last weekend. It seems like he's just out there all the time. He's been out there for, I think, like 4 or 5 straight minutes. It seems like he has no problem with stamina. He's just a big, important part of this team where he really never comes off the ice too often.
Rosinski now bothered by Martin. 33 left in the power play. Rosinski now for Sukel. Sukel looking for Rosinski. He finds him now. Boris back for Rosinski. For Leon, a little bit of a Conehead line passing play there. Now Sukel, nice little move through the legs of Martin. Boris has it. Now for Sukel, back for Hickey. Takes a shot in the pads of Wisniewski. Comes back to Sukel. Now Hickey, 3 seconds left in the power play. And Van Wert's going to pick it off. Looking for Wheeler. But Wheeler's going to go to the left side. Van Wert gets the shot off, and he goes over the crossbar of Alex Hare. Here's Nick Leon now with a little bit of room. He gets the zone, stops, looks for the trailer. There's a shot in on goal. Wisniewski had to make that save butterfly style. Now Sukel has it. Taken away there by McLaughlin. Finds Tide. Back for McLaughlin behind Wisniewski. Now Tide has it. He's going to get it up through neutral ice. No icing call as I think Joush touched that puck. 11 minutes left in the second. 3-0 Huskies. Tide's got it right corner boards Husky zone. Through the blue paint. Now it finds Brian Pounds off the glass, and he's going to get it out to center ice where Schobrell can grab it. Schobrell's going to dump it in deep. Pounds is going to retrieve. He comes out through the Husky zone, now out through neutral ice over the Fox Valley logo, and he gets the puck stripped away by Ackery. Schwartz has a blowout, and now Netzela has it. Up off the glass finds Brian Pounds. That's a tongue twister there. Now Gorsica battles in with Wheeler. Here's Jake Joush now. He gets it out to neutral ice in front of the Hawkeyes bench. Schobrell is going to whine and fire it in. Actually hit one of his own guys, I believe, out in front. Here's a shot from Wheeler. Hare's going to make the save, gives up a rebound, but Pounds is able to clear it. Puck gets tossed out to the Husky zone. Netzela in on the forecheck. McMahon couldn't handle the puck. Now Schwartz gets taken down. No penalty called as he was just tripped up. Huskies are going to go for a change. Taken now by McMahon. McMahon off the boards looking for Palmer. He finds him over the Cyclones logo. Now Husky zone. Gains the line, takes a shot, sticked away to the far side corner boards by Alex Hare. Now LJ Skameka has it. The third goal scorer for the Huskies sends it in deep. No icing called. Back to retrieve is Bettenhausen. Bettenhausen off the glass. Finds Quinn. Quinn dipsy-do around Skameka. Here's a centering attempt, and it was broken up nicely. Now there's another shot that goes just wide off of Smith's stick. Finally, Remley's going to get out of the zone. He gets taken off the puck. Now Sukel's got it, taken away by Palmer. And he's going to send it off the rafters. Whistle blows, 9:04 left in the second, 3-0 Huskies.
And I think you're seeing a little bit of the Huskies starting to get a little bit of tired legs here, a little bit of tired passing. You're seeing that the passes aren't too crisp now because you're now into the second half of the second period. And remember, you're only going with 3 forward lines and 3 defensive lines, so you're a little bit short-handed tonight. So I think you're seeing a little bit of tired legs here. I mean, it's really going to be interesting to see what happens in the rest of the second period because you can see a lot of tired legs out there right now.
As this one is on the near side boards at the point. Koletic has it. Now for Rosinski. He's going to dump it in and allow Boris to go on the forecheck. The Hawkeyes have the puck now, taken away by Justin Rosinski. He gets taken down on the boards by Schobrell, and Schobrell has it now. Has a little bit of skating room. Leon's right on his back. Schobrell gains the zone. Good hip check there on Nadler by Leon.
Good back checking there by Leon, getting back, making sure there wasn't a 3-on-2 there.
And you have Schobrell in front of the Huskies bench, gets taken off by Joush. Joush looking for Leon, couldn't grab it. And now McLaughlin has it. He's going to send it over for Chobrel. Now Gray has it in front of the Huskies bench. He's going to dump it in. Actually goes off the referee's skate there. McLaughlin is going to get it out to neutralize, and the Hawkeyes are going to have to regroup. Ron Coletta has it now. Here's Ron Coletta. Gives it as a little give and go there with Joe Boris. Coletta gains the zone. Good hit. Good fight through. Check. Centering pass goes off a Tide, and the net's going to come off its moorings. Actually, Tide's going to put it back.
Still think it's a little bit off.
Still off a little bit.
But the refs have not noticed yet.
And a high stick called.
Yeah, sometimes.
On Nedzela.
I mean, they should have called a whistle there even before that happened. It shouldn't even really be a penalty because the net came off the moorings about 10 seconds before that. But sometimes it's kind of hard for those refs to see if the net is all the way back on. So now, looks like the Hawkeyes are going to go on their first power play of the game. So far, no power plays yet. They were 1 for 4 last night, so the penalty kill wasn't too bad for the Huskies. Let's see if they can keep it going tonight with Remley, his last home game, one of the big penalty killers of this team.
Face off to the left of Alex Hare, won by Purcell. Smith for Ackrey. Here's McMahon centering out in front, but Remley's going to pick off that pass. He's going to get it in deep. Wheeler back to control. He's going to come over the left face-off circle, find Pedraza, and Remley's going to break up that play at the blue line. Now Smith has it. Centering attempt sticked away nicely by Alex Hare. Now taken by Ackrey. A shot patted away by Hare to the near side half boards Husky zone. Smith now to the point for Wheeler. His shot goes way wide, and Pedraza's deflection goes off the protective netting. 1:18 left on the penalty kill for the Huskies. 6:47 left in the second period.
But yeah, in case you missed the beginning of the game, like we said, this is Nick Remley's last home game of his career as a Husky, because he actually, even though he is a senior and they have one more semester left, this is his last semester as in NIU. So this is going to be his last semester as a Husky playing hockey for them. So you're going to get a lot of transfers for him next semester.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let's say not a lot, but a couple, I think. So let's hope that we can replace that kind of big stick there of Nick Remley, of a big penalty killer and a big centerman for this team.
Also, a big congratulations to the D3 team as they won 8-6 last night with Jojo Durbeck getting the win for the Huskies. Chobrel down low. Here's a shot, short side save there made by Hare. Referee almost blew it dead, but thought better of it. Now down low. Looking for a stuff attempt. Hare is there to make the save. He's back up. Here's Nadler with a shot, gets deflected out in front. 44 left in the power play, 6:12 left in the second period. Here's Chobrel, winds and fires, and Joush is down a little bit, still skating.
Hare had no stick, so Coletta ended up giving him his stick.
Good hit there by Coletta.
With no stick as well.
Hare makes the save. He's still got a defenseman's stick out there. Kept in by Gray. Now Purcell has it, taken away by Joush. It's actually going to go off the glass in the protective netting. 16 seconds left, 5:45 left in the second period.
But yeah, big hit there by Coletta. He'd even have his stick to make that hit. So I guess you don't have to worry about your stick when you're making the hit there. So great hit by Coletta. Good job by giving up his defensive stick for Alex Hare there in this power play. So far, a minute 45 seconds into the power play. So far, turned away all chances by Alex Hare. I think about 3 shots so far in this power play.
Face-off won by the Huskies. Here's Troy Hickey going up off the boards. Here's Mark Greenberg. He's got 2-on-1 with Remley. Greenberg, saucer pass for Remley. He's going to shoot, and he can't get a control on it. Greenberg now with the stuff attempt. Finally taken by Wheeler. Both teams are at full strength. Netzel is out. Sukel's back on the ice. Now Greenberg's got it. He finds Tyler Sukel. Evades a check. Takes a backhanded shot sticked away butterfly style by Wisniewski. Now Wheeler's got it. Now taken away by Greenberg. Greenberg in, and that's going to be offsides as
Sukel's kind of smiling there. He knew that he was offside. He was just trying to get back in time, but he just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, it almost looked like he kind of had lost an edge.
Yeah.
And wasn't able to keep it up.
Yeah, now you see Nezela, Brian Pounds, and Gorzica out there with LJ and Hickey. Kind of this third line that has been out for the Huskies. Again, 3 lines were only for the Huskies. Shorthanded tonight. No Maher, no Bach. And because Bach and both of them ended up getting injured, one before the game and one during the game.
And Pickett's on vacation, and I believe Herlin probably got a DQ tonight. So.
But he didn't do that much. I don't understand why he would get a DQ. So.
Unless he said something that we don't know of.
Yeah, he might have said something to the ref. Yeah.
So Hickey's got it now, looking for Pounds. McLaughlin has it. Takes a shot that goes way wide on Alex Hare to the glove side. Now Nadler gets taken down by Skameka, and he's going to take a penalty here. Boarding should be the call. Or actually interference on LJ with 4:30 left in the second period.
And the Hawkeyes in that first power play had a couple shots on goal. Good job by Hare, turn them all away. It's going to be the second power play for the Hawkeyes. 1 for 1 so far for the penalty kill for the Huskies. And it's going to be Remley, Greenberg, Coletta, and Schwartz coming out for their first penalty kill.
So face off to the left of Alex Hare. He's going to win the face off, but controlled by Purcell. Now down in front, shoot, and a big save by Alex Hare. Again, going post to post like a pro. And Joush is going to clear that one all the way down. That one goes off the end boards. Almost went in his own net was Wisniewski. These boards have been pretty lively the last couple nights.
Yeah, they have. I mean, that was a bad job by Wisniewski there by not being careful with the puck, and he almost ended up putting it into his own net.
Nadler, centering attempt. Big save there by Alex Hare. Greenberg clears it to the right face-off circle. Now Gray has it. Nadler to Schobrell. Schobrell winds, fires, deflected off the American flag out in front. 3:50 left, 1:19 left in the power play for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, in case you missed that first intermission, we didn't get to the interview because Marcus kind of got caught up. But it's all right. I mean, we're going to do the interview coming up in this intermission. We're going to talk about the Derrick Rose situation, what we think that the Bulls, if they are going to get back to form even without Derrick Rose, and also talk about the Blackhawks and see how they're going to do tonight.
Here's the Hawkeyes. Wheeler's got it left point. Now down for Ackery. There's a centering attempt gloved by Alex Hare. And he's going to cover up. 3:35 left, 1:04 left in the power play for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, so far not a lot of face-offs in this game. I think there's only been, I would say, about 20 face-offs in the game. Usually you would see a lot more, but it's been a very fast-paced game in this game.
Wheeler the shot. Nice save out in front by Alex Hare. And they're going to regroup. Pedraza for Ackery. Now for Wheeler, left point. Off the glass, finds Ackery, does Wheeler. Now down low for Pedraza. Here's a centering attempt, big save there by Alex Hare, point blank on Van Wert. Now Smith, cross-ice pass, is going to be cleared by Jake Joush. And the Hawkeyes trying to get it into the Husky zone. Now Pedraza and Van Wert have a shot off the goal post. Oh, he had him wide open. Sukel gets taken down. Where's the interference call there? No, hand is up. We play on. Ackery gets the zone. Verwert has it right face-off circle. Now for Smith. Back for Verwert. He's going to go down for Pedraza. Now centering attempt for Ackery, and the Hare was over to make the save. Ackery right to left point for Wheeler. Now for Ackery. Down low for Pedraza. Here's the shot here. Where is it? Still popping, no goals. It goes through the blue paint. Finally, net comes off its moorings, but a good save there by Hare and a good defensive play by Hickey and Coletta.
And it seems like...
Did Hare get hit?
I'm not sure if he got hit. It looks like he might be a little bit hurt there.
Looked like he might have taken a little bit of a whack.
Yeah. Might need to get Michelle out there.
Yeah,
but I'm
she's
not
out there.
Yeah.
So right as the whistle blew, the penalty was over. So both teams are at full strength. Hawkeyes are 0 for 2.
2:29 left in this game. Or in the period.
Yeah,
I'm
you're taking after me now.
I know. I'm sorry. In this period, but I mean that bounce and that off the post. That's kind of just the way that Hare's been kind of going tonight. Getting the lucky bounces and the good saves.
Yeah.
I mean, really, just the Hawkeyes can't really get it by him with the lucky bounces for Hare. Hopefully, he's going to be okay because he's had a very big night tonight.
Nick Bonin has the helmet on and ready to go if he's called. Hare is still down on all fours. I wasn't quite sure what had happened. It was a big scrum out in front.
Yeah, I'm thinking he maybe got whacked in the face, or maybe hopefully it's not like a hamstring or groin injury because those are the biggest for goalies. And you saw that.
It looks like Bonin's coming out onto the ice. Pounds is down there now. So Hare took a whack or something. It might be a hamstring or...
Yeah. It looks like he's putting the mask back on. I don't know.
He's got his gloves back on. Michelle was signaling to the bench. I think Bonin's going to come into the game.
Yeah, even though that Hare probably wants to go, I think Michelle is going to think better of it. Yeah, it looks like
favoring the leg.
He's favoring that leg right now, the left leg. I think it could be a hamstring.
So Nick Bonin comes into the game for Alex Hare.
Yeah, that's a tough injury there because hopefully he's. Luckily, we have a weekend off next week, so that'll give him time to kind of heal that up. But that's going to be a big loss in this game because he's turned away all shots. There's been about, I would say, 25 shots on him today, and he's turned away all of them, and it's just shutout right now.
Looked like it was his right leg that he was favoring a little bit there.
Yep.
Could have been a cramp, could have been a hamstring, something like that. So now Nick Bonin is in net for the Huskies with 2:29 left in the second period.
And you hate a cold, like I always say, you hate a cold goaltender coming in there and trying to make this win. But luckily we're up 3-0.
Yeah.
Let's hope that he can keep this lead, Nick Bonin. He's obviously a solid goaltender. He had a great night on Sunday. Let's hope that he can keep that going here.
Here's Schwartz now off the boards, finds Brian Pounds. He's going to get it out to the neutral ice. And the Huskies are going to regroup. Now Palmer sends it in deep, taken away by Schwartz. Brian Pounds battles with McLaughlin. And it's going to be McLaughlin winning that battle. Gains the line. Actually, it's going to be offsides on the Hawkeyes. 2 minutes left in the second period. 3-0 Huskies.
Yeah, and as a goaltender, even though you don't want a lot of shots on goal, you kind of do because you kind of want to get into the game. You want to get into the flow of the game. You kind of want a couple shots on goal right away. So then you kind of get into the flow of the game. You kind of get going. Hopefully, you think that Nick Bonin's probably waiting for that. He's probably hoping for a couple shots in this period.
Face-off won by the Hawkeyes. It's going to get deflected out into the protective netting. So coming up again in the second period, or second intermission report, we'll play the 4.5-minute interview with Joe Boris. And I think we might have, let's see if Dan will cop on and talk basketball since he knows it a little bit more than me.
He could talk with me about basketball. Like we had our basketball show.
Above the rim.
Yeah, we had our basketball show at ICB. So yeah, if he wanted to, we could talk about a little bit about Derrick Rose, what we think that is going to happen with Derrick Rose and the Bulls after this injury of last night.
So we'll do all that during the second intermission report, as well as look forward to period number 3. Here's Justin Rosinski. He loses the face-off. Very rare that he loses any kind of draw. Kept in by Castro. He takes a shot, blocked away nicely by Nick Bonin, the far side half boards. Husky zone. 1:40 left. Nick Leon's got it now through the skates of the referee, and he's not going to be able to get it in deep. Offsides as Rosinski got taken down. He's going to have to touch up. Now Tide has it. Tide out through center ice. Castro gets clipped by Rosinski. No penalty called. Skameka gets taken off the puck nicely. Controlled now by Tide. Tide's got it. Shoot, scores. I think that might have went off a Hickey stick and deflected in. And late in the second period, the Huskies give up their first goal of the night.
Yeah, just a pretty good snipe there on a cold goaltender from the Hawkeyes. Really just a good job there. It ended up getting into the middle, and it's going to be by Tide. And, I mean, like I said, on a goaltender, all you have to do is get shots on goal. So that's what they did there and ended up getting it over the glove of Nick Bonin. And now it's a 3-1 3-1 lead so far for the Huskies. Let's hope that they can keep this lead going into the third period, and they can take the momentum back into that third period.
Here's Nadler now. He spins away from a check. Centering attempt goes wide for Gray. Now Greenberg's got it. 1 minute left in the second period. Up off the glass looking for Sukel. And it's going to be an icing call on the Huskies.
And look, and I mean, you really wonder, how is the Huskies, how are they going to be when Nick Ramley leaves after this semester? Do you think that they're going to get a couple good transfers? Do you think that we're going to bring up Weemsey? I mean, what do you think that the Huskies are going to do after losing a big stick in Nick Ramley?
You know, to be honest, I don't think you can afford to bring up anybody from D3 because they're as short as it is already with 12 guys.
But I mean, with the transfers, that'll help. I mean, they might want to.
See, the thing is, I don't know how many transfers they're getting for both squads.
Yeah.
That's the wild card in all this.
Yeah.
Here's Sukel, leaves it for Greenberg, gives it back to Sukel. Here's Schwartz with a shot, and he goes wide as he fanned on it. Van Wert gives it over for Nadler, and it's going to be a shot and a save by Bonnet. I thought I heard a whistle saying it was offsides. As Hickey's giving a little pushing and shoving there. Didn't like that Bonnet got a little bit of an extra push there. 18 and a half left in the second, 3-1 Huskies.
So far, NIU, I think, only has about 7 shots on goal to the Hawkeyes. I would say about 18, 19 shots on goal in this period.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to do better on getting the shots on goal. Like Coach Chuck said in my interview with him in the pregame, you got to win in the shot count, especially against a good team like the Hawkeyes. I mean, you know that you're going to be battling throughout the whole game like they were last night. So you got to win the shot count, try to get some shots on goal, and that's what they were doing in the first period. But in the second period, they haven't been getting shots on Winitsky, and they've only gotten 1 goal on the power play. I think they've had 3 power plays in this period, so they just need to do a better job on getting shots to the net.
Yeah, the Huskies have 3 power plays this period.
Yep.
And the Hawkeyes have had 2, and they're 0 for 2. 10 seconds left in the frame. Hickey takes his man off the puck. Now they're just going to try to pin the puck up against the boards. And there's going to be a penalty called here with 1 second left. Hickey's in there again.
Looks like it's going to be on Brian Pounds. Yeah, Brian Pounds probably for a little bit of cross-check there, yep.
And the Iowa fans clapping here.
1 second left. That's never good because the Hawkeyes are going to end up getting a power play early in this third period after the 1 second goes off here.
Yep.
And they could get some momentum going into that third period if they get a goal. So we got to do a good job on the penalty kill going into that third period. That's going to be probably the biggest part of the game.
If I were the referees, I would just let the 1 second go and just call this period. And it looks like now Schwartz is getting in the penalty box.
Yeah.
And he is not happy with himself or the referee. So it's going to be a 5-on-4. And they're still trying to get things settling because there's 2 penalties up, so really it should be 3 out there for the Huskies.
Yeah, I think Schwartz is not happy with himself. Probably a little bit of a retaliation. It looks like could be a bench minor as well, and it looks like Neds is going to go to the box as well. It's last Saturday all over again.
Yep.
All these penalties.
Face-off win, and it's into the glove of Bonin, and that's going to do it for period number 2. Huskies score 1 goal on the power play from LJ Skameka, and then 1 unassisted goal by Tide at 18:47 gave the Hawkeyes their first goal of the night. And it's 3-1 after 40 minutes of play. So we'll get everything straightened out to start period number 2. Or excuse me, start period number 3. And still some discussions going on between Mike Raporto and the referees as well as some of the players. I think Schwartz is still trying to get some kind of explanation as to what his penalty was.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to let him know that he didn't do a lot. I think he was just trying to help out his teammate there. But sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you can go too far, and that's what the refs thought he did. But I'm not sure if he did. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in a 5-on-3 coming up in this third period. This is going to be the biggest part of the game. See if they can kill off this penalty.
Well, coming up in the first intermission report, we'll look at we'll play the Joe Boris interview right away here after the first commercial break. Then we'll have Dan maybe jump on and talk a little basketball with Duffy. So we'll have all that during the second intermission. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Over here at jamsonair.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear... Or how about this tasty track?
I wanna get you in the back seat, windows up, that's the way you like it.
We have them all.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop, lollipop.
Well, maybe not that. Jamsonair.com. Radio when you want it.
We know balancing family, friends, work, and free time keeps you busy. We want to help you start your day off right. Whether you're visiting for business or for pleasure, you'll always get a clean and fresh Hampton bed. Free high-speed internet access, free hot breakfast served daily with fresh baked waffles and hearty oatmeal with toppings, friendly, helpful service, and much more. For one rate, guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, we don't expect you to pay. That's our commitment and your guarantee. That's 100% Hampton. Go to hamptoninn.com to find the nearest location. Hampton Inn & Suites, the official hotel of NIU Hockey. Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
And we're back on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. Second intermission report here live from Fox Valley Ice Arena as the Huskies lead 3-1 after 40 minutes of play here. Power play goal by LJ Skamek at 1:03 of the second period before he tied. Let's see here, his first name, Michael Tide, got a goal at 18:47 to give the Iowa Hawkeyes their first goal of the game. Well, it's time to play our interview that I had with senior forward Joe Boris, and we talked a lot of different things. We talked about what it's like playing on a line with Rosinski and Leon. Talked about what some of his best memories are of 4 years of Huskies hockey. Talked about the outdoor game that we're going to have in a few months in February against DePaul, as well as some personal questions about the Huskies locker room that we might not know about. So here is the interview that I had with Huskies senior forward Joe Boris.
With forward Joe Boris. And Joe, you guys have been playing all right. You're 9-8-3 on the season so far. What are your thoughts playing with Leon and Rosinski? What's been making it so successful so far this season?
Playing with those two guys, I mean, they make it really easy. They're both super talented, and it's been it's a change of pace. Have to try to keep up with them. It's different from the second line, so I think we're going to continue to be successful, though, just because they always put in the effort.
This season you got 8 goals, 16 assists for 24 points. What has been the key to your success? I know you got off to a slow start in the goal department, but you've picked it up as of late. What has been the success for you?
I'm just keeping positive in my mind. It's frustrating to not score, so I just kind of, keep positive, and once again, it helps to have Leon and Rosinski on your line. They return the favor of setting me up as well as I set them up, so.
Well, the team so far this year has kind of been on a back-and-forth roller coaster. You guys went 3 and 3 in the last 6 games. What do you think the team needs to do as a whole to get back on track and into the winning ways?
I think what's really important is to stay disciplined. It's one of our team goals, and staying disciplined is really important because those penalties they kind of dictate the game for us most of the time. So I think we just need to focus on that and everyone just doing their job.
Well, let's get to know Joe Boris a little bit better here. Is there a certain NHL player that you look up to or that you try to emulate on the ice?
Well, my favorite player is Patrick Kane. I like his style of play. He's really patient, creates a lot of space for everyone, including himself. And his first instinct seems to be to dish it, which is kind of like my style of play. I always look for the pass before I shoot. But yeah, so I'd say Patrick Kane would be a player that I look up to.
So you talk about how Kane dishes it. Is that your thought on the ice too? That even though you love to score, would you much rather kind of set up your line mates to score before you take a shot?
Yeah. Growing up, my dad always told me that assists are just as important as goals, and in my opinion, a really nice assist is almost better than having a really nice goal in some situations. But yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to know some of the other guys in the locker room. Who is the best dressed player for the Huskies on game day?
That'd be without a doubt Johnny Perillo. He seems to be dressed the sharpest every single night. So I'd have to say John Perillo.
All right, well, let's go the opposite way. Who's the worst dressed? Now, I think I know the answer to it, but you say there's somebody else.
Yeah, it's kind of a tie between two of the guys. One of them's LJ. He seems to be rocking the plaid a lot.
The Don Cherry look a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's Troy Hickey, who just seems to not put any effort into what he looks like.
Oh, man. Well, another question. What was it like seeing Chuck kind of go a little bit ballistic on the bench against ISU? I mean, I've never seen him so upset in my life. But what is it like on a player's standpoint seeing your coach go off like that?
I wouldn't say it's disappointing by any means. I like that passion. It shows he really cares about what's happening in the game. So that's my take on it. I like to see that.
Well, you're a senior this year. You played 4 years inside the Huskies program. What has been the best memory for you through your career here as a Husky?
Oh, there's so many that come to mind. I mean, we've had a lot of great away trips. We usually have a good time as a team, but I'd say my favorite memory was last year, first time the team went to regionals, and although we lost, it was a great weekend. We just had a good time after, it was unfortunate of our outcome, but we just took the best of it and just enjoyed the rest of our weekend.
Well, finally, we heard yesterday from Ian that you guys are going to be playing in an outdoor game, the last game of the season against DePaul. How cool is that going to be to play outside in Rosemount on a rink and not inside of Fox Valley?
We've been in that situation before. We played in a couple outdoor games, but this facility seems to be a lot nicer, so that'll be pretty refreshing and just exciting for me personally because I'm a senior and it's my last game possibly in the regular season. So.
Going out with a bang.
Yeah, exactly. So, those games are always fun.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for your time. Good luck tonight. Let's get a win against Iowa.
All right, thank you.
And that was the interview with Joe Boris from Marcus. And now I am joined by our Dan the Man cameraman. Dan, we wanted to bring you on is because we kind of had our own kind of show above the rim back at ICB. So we kind of and we kind of had some arguments and everything. We kind of wanted to bring you back on because big news in the NBA today. Derrick Rose, one of the big stars of the NBA, again having a torn meniscus in his right knee, a different knee from his torn ACL. Now, two things. Number one, do you think that the Bulls have any chance of getting back into the playoffs even without Derrick Rose? And do you think that if they have a bad record going into the half of the season, do you think that they'll trade Deng? And then number two, what do you think Derrick Rose's career coming up, what do you think is going to be like with these two knee injuries now that he's had?
Well, to answer the first part of the question, I think you really need to see how Deng plays, because Deng, in my opinion, is going to have a key. He's going to contribute a lot more than he had to this year at the beginning of the season as soon as Derrick came in. But as far as them making the playoffs, I believe the core that they have, and Boozer, Taj, Noah, and Deng, and even Kirk Heinrich, who is I don't even know how he's able to stand at times, just because he's always getting hurt. But just with those core guys, and especially since they had to play without Derek last year,
Yep.
I think they could pull it off. I think they'll be able to make the playoffs.
Well, I mean, you're missing Jimmy Butler for a couple weeks. That's going to be a big loss. But so, what do you think in Derrick Rose's, in your opinion, what do you think in Derrick Rose's career? What do you think he's going to do in his career now with these 2 injuries? Do you think he still could be a Hall of Famer? Do you think he still could win a couple championships for the Chicago?
Well, I would assume that it's hard to win a championship in general. So as far as him winning multiple championships, I mean, those are big shoes to fill.
I think he still has to get that second score and second superstar next to him.
He does need
especially
the help.
since he's going to have these two knee injuries right here, and he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be as fast as he thinks he will be when he comes back from this knee injury.
I think he'll come back and with just enough explosiveness, because I was listening earlier and to the radio, and some of the announcers that were talking about his injury, they were saying that it is just a meniscus tear, and there's 2 main layers in the knee that they focus on, and they think that he probably tore one of the main back cushioning of it. And if that's the case, either one or 2 things could happen within the surgery. Either he can get it cleaned up and go in right away, but it could come with long-term effects.
Yeah.
Or he could get it. He could actually get stitches inside, repair the torn meniscus that he injured, and yes, he'll be longer out in the beginning of the season. For now,
you got to think that he's going to go with the second.
It's better for him in the long term.
Yeah, you would think that he would go with the second option, because maybe if he was like a Kobe Bryant and he wants to get back right away, maybe he would go with that. But since he's a younger guy, he wants to make sure that he has a long career without any problems, without any knee problems. Again, he's had problems here. I mean, what do you think? The Bulls are going to do if they do have problems this year? Who do you think that they should trade for if they have problems in this year? Do you think that you should trade Deng up for a higher draft pick, maybe get Jabari Parker, another Chicago kid, or do you think that they should try to go trade for a superstar?
Well, as far as trading Deng, I think we could throw that out the question, because right now Deng is in a contract
I understand.
year.
No, I'm saying what if the Bulls what if they're maybe just like at 500 when the All-Star break is coming up and Deng is having a good season and he's good trade bait.
Well, God willing, and if Derrick Rose manages to come back with it by the All-Star break, which in my opinion I think he will, gives him a good couple 3 to 4 months to chill and rehab. But that being said, I believe that the Bulls will not trade Deng, and if they were to trade Deng, they would probably trade for some prospects and possibly low draft picks, just because
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Just because Deng isn't as valuable of an asset as Derrick Rose is.
No, yeah, I understand it, yeah. Well, Dan, thanks for coming on. We have a couple minutes before the period starts here. Thanks for coming on with us and talking Bulls with us.
Thank you.
And we'll get Marcus back on here. But, I agree with Dan that Derrick, I think it's going to be very hard for him to come back, but I think he will come back. He will be as strong as he was before. Maybe not as strong, but he's still going to be strong enough to still be a good point guard in this league. I think he can't do that much. He can't put that much torque on his body like he has been. He's got to become a regular point guard. He can't be doing these athletic moves anymore, because obviously his knee.
He can't cut and move like he used to.
He still can. He shouldn't do it anymore, because when you do it like that, especially in the NBA, it's just going to put too much wear and tear on your body, and that's the problem right now. I mean, he's too young of a guy. He's got to prolong his career. He can't be doing this all the time. He's got to do a better job of doing that. But let's go to your NHL scores.
Well, thank you very much for Dan for giving me a little bit of a break there during the second period. My voice is, you can tell I have a little bit of a cold, so it's nice to kind of back away there. But Minnesota wins 3-2 in a shootout over Winnipeg. Carolina loses to Boston 3-2. Boston goals by Zdeno Chara, Riley Smith, and David Krejci. Game's going on right now. No score as Washington is taking on Toronto. 1-0 Montreal's Max Pacioretty gets the goal at 1:53 of the second period to give Montreal a 1-0 lead over Pittsburgh. 2-1 Ottawa over Detroit. Clark MacArthur and Chris Neal getting goals for the Sens. Detroit's lone goal scorer is Darren Helm. 3-0 Philadelphia over the Islanders. Matt Reed, Wayne Simmons, and Claude Giroux getting goals for the Flyers. Games right now in progress. 1-0 St. Louis. Vladimir Svobotka getting a goal for St. Louis to give them a lead over Dallas. No score as Nashville is taking on the Rangers. And in the 4 later games tonight, there are 3 later games, Chicago and Vancouver, Colorado and Los Angeles, New Jersey and San Jose, and a no score in Anaheim as they are taking on the Anaheim Ducks.
Now, I mean, after the NHL scores here, I just wanted to show really quick. Dan's going to zoom in on it. This is what I drew up because penalty kill is coming up. You have 1 of 2 ways that you can do the penalty kill, and they've been doing a good job tonight, the Huskies. One, you could play a little bit of an inner box and try to stay in the box and try to play conservative. Or 2, you could try to get to the point quick and try to stick the puck away and try to get the puck down. I always kind of go for be a little bit more aggressive and try to get the puck out of it instead of being a little bit more conservative and try to block shots because a lot of shots can sometimes get through. So I think what the Huskies need to do, especially against this 5-on-3 power play, they need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to get the pucks out with the high point because that's what I've always thought is the better penalty kill maneuver there. I always thought that going a little bit more aggressive is a much better way to go.
We'll see what the Huskies do here as they'll have a 5-on-3 to kill here to start period number 3 as Schwartz and Pounds and Nedzela are all in the box. Hare is back out on the ice and he's going to be back in goal. So Hare is back in and he's good to go. I bet you it was just like a cramp.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It looked like it was going to be a hamstring, but yeah, it must have been just a cramp. Maybe he had to get some fluids in him. And it looks like he's just reared and ready to go here. Let's see how he does here in this period, especially with a lot of tired legs out there.
Look for Iowa to test him early on this power play.
Yeah, 5-on-3. This is going to be very interesting how he does on this power play after that injury.
So here we go, underway in period number 3. Ackery's going to get it in deep. Hickey's back to regain possession of the puck. He's going to clear it all the way down the length of the ice. 19:48 left in the first, 1:47 left on the 5-on-3. Out come the Hawkeyes, Ryan Smith. Smith dumps it in off the boards, looking for a little bit of a friendly bounce. Sticked up in the air, Pedraza's got it. He's going to circle now, right point for Smith. Back down for Pedraza. He's going to stick handle as Verwert snuck in there behind the trio of Coletta, Sukel, and Hickey, and Coletta's going to get it out.
Good job by Coletta there, getting the stick on the puck and just getting the puck down, kill more time off.
Brzezinski, Hickey, and Remley now on the penalty kill with 1 minute and 10 seconds left on it. Here's Pedraza. Now left point for Wheeler, right point for Smith, looking for Ward out in front, but Brzezinski did a good job of getting a stick on the puck. Here's Wheeler. He fans on a shot. Strike 1 for Wheeler. Now Ackery's got it out in front for Brzezinski. He's going to regain possession, and he's going to come out with it. He's got a little bit of a room. He's going to take a shot into the chest of Wisniewski. He's going to hold on, get a whistle. 41 seconds left in the power play. 18:41 left in the game.
And actually, Coach Chuck there was going with 2 forwards and 1 defenseman in that 5-on-3. He had Brzezinski, Remley, and Pickett, and Hickey, and he's actually going to stay with that. And Brzezinski did a good job there, getting all the way down to the ice, just getting a shot on goal and making the face-off and killing more time off in the other end of the zone, on the Hawkeye zone.
So face-off is going to be to the right. It was Wisniewski, Hickey, Remley, and Brzezinski out there on the penalty kill for the Huskies.
41 seconds left in the penalty kill here, so we'll see how the Huskies do here. Let's hope that Remley gets his face-off.
And he does, and he's going to stick it in around behind Wisniewski. Now controlled by Tide. Tide's got the puck, and he's got some room to skate. He's going to pass it off there to Schobrell. Schobrell has a little bit of room. Good stick there by Nick Remley. And that's number 13, Purcell. It's going to be offsides as it was called by the linesman. 18:20 left in the third period, 19 seconds left on the power plays.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes almost kept it in the zone there, just couldn't quite do it. The puck just went over the blue line, and the ref was thinking about not calling it, but he ended up making the whistle there.
Sukel wins the face-off back for Hickey, and he's going to send it to at least neutralize so Schobrell can handle the puck. Now over for Nadler. Nadler's got it. He has the zone. Fights with Sukel there. Now taken by Tide. 4 seconds left on the power play. Here's Schobrell. The shot. Big save, and they score. Nadler on the rebound. Just as the penalty were about to expire. And it's 3-2.
And I'm not sure if that was an even strength goal or a power play goal right there, because I think the time went off, so I think that would be an even strength goal for the Hawkeyes.
So the lead is now cut to 1 here, 3-2 with 18 minutes left in the third period.
But that's actually one of my keys to the game that just got a bad rap there, that Alex Hare needs to control the rebounds, because he really hasn't been doing that a lot tonight, and really not a lot this weekend. He's got to control those rebounds, he's got to soak up those pucks, and he did not do it right there, and giving up a big rebound, and the Hawkeyes ended up getting the goal there. Let's hope that we can keep this lead, because they're right back in this game, the Hawkeyes.
Here's Joe Boris now. Takes a shot into the chest of Wisniewski. He's going to cover up the puck. Can't get the whistle. 17:44 left in the game. 3-2 now. Huskies lead goes from 3-1 here.
So what do you think the Huskies need to do to keep this lead like they didn't do last night?
Just get shots, and there's been times where they aren't dumping and chasing. They're just trying to skate in the zone, kind of like the Hawks have the past couple of seasons. Dump and chase, rely on your forecheck, and set up from behind Wisniewski. Because you already saw that you've banked one off his back. You might be able to do it again.
Yeah.
Coletta up off the glass, looks for Rosinski, stick down there by Derek Quinn. Now Coletta's got it, sticks it for Boris, finds Nick Leon. Leon's got a little bit of a room here. He comes in on Wisniewski, nice stick there, big save by Wisniewski, still got a shot off, as McLaughlin was right on his back. Now Joush battles with Palmer, and it's taken by Smith off the Hawkeyes bench. Back is Alex Hare. Pass up to Nick Leon. Leon back for Coletta. He can't handle the pass. And he's going to get it out to center ice. Purcell has it. He gets taken down, and now Joush controls. A little bit of a back and forth here in the Husky zone. Now Nick Leon has it. Nick Leon gets taken, Remley takes his man down. Remley's going to find Greenberg. He's going to get in. Here's Leon with a shot. Point blank save made by Wisniewski. Tic-tac-toe passing play, and Wisniewski beats all three of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice 3-on-1 there. Leon ended up getting into the slot. He just couldn't quite get it up enough over the pads. He ended up trying to go 5-hole actually there when Wisniewski, and just really just a good job by him by stopping that. But I mean, the way you were saying dump and chase, my dad has always thought when you're at home, especially for the Blackhawks, it seems like they always kind of try to skate into the zone a little more. Be a little bit more flashy. When you're away, you try to go dump and chase and try to be more technical.
Here's Ackery. The shot gets deflected in on Alex Hare, and he makes the save. This is going to be icing on the Huskies as Hickey sent that one way up off the glass. 16-16 left, 3-2 the score.
Yeah, like as I was saying, I think maybe like home teams, they try a bit more flashy, because we actually have seen on away games, we do try to do dump and chase. But when you see it when we're at home, I think Leon and Rosinski and all these fast, skilled players try to get into the zone a little bit faster and try to be a little bit more flashy and try to get some of those goals that usually you don't see. And that's why I think at home games you don't see that too often.
Here is Troy Hickey trying to go off the glass, and that's going to be icing. No icing call here as Greenberg beats his man to the puck. Now Greenberg's got it. Far side corner boards, leaves it for Sukel. Now taken by Ackery. Now give away to Sukel, excuse me. Now Greenberg's got it. Greenberg, cross-ice pass, taken away by Ackery. Ackery finds Purcell. Purcell escapes. Now here's Ackery. Winds, fires into the glove of Alex Hare as he went post to post. 15:44 left in the game, 3-2 the score.
Yeah, so far in about this first 4 minutes of the game, it's 4-3 in shots. NIU is winning in shots right now. And you mentioned that the Hawkeyes were going to try to test Hare early in this game. Luckily, the defense is playing good for Hare, making sure that he doesn't get a lot of shots on goal right now, because that would be very bad, because getting a lot of shots on after that injury he had, that wouldn't be too good.
Here's Joush off the end boards. He's going to take Wheeler, that's 17, that's Verwoerd off the puck. Nadler's going to win it. Now for Verwoerd, big save by Hare, it's loose out in front, and Coletta clears it to the far side corner boards. Here's another shot. As centering attempt goes through the blue paint, looking to connect was Gray. Verwoerd has it now. Centering attempt now, Joush has it. Joush out to the point for Tide, and it escapes him. Oh, Netzel is almost home free, but a good back check there by Wheeler. 15 minutes left in the game. 3-2 is the score in favor of the Huskies. Big hit there by Joush on Verwoerd. Now taken by Joey Wheeler. Wheeler up now for Nadler. Nadler gains the zone on the left side. Now Leon takes it away from him. Backhanded pass, shovel passer on for Ron Coletta. Looking for Boris. And that's going to go all the way down. No icing call as Leon's in on the forecheck. Up off the glass, trying to keep it in was Boris. And he gets a pass from Rzinski. Now Troy Hickey has it. Up off the glass, tries to escape a check from Purcell. But he couldn't do it as Purcell gets it in deep. Back to retrieve is Rzinski. Now for Leon off of Boris' skate. And no icing called. Wisniewski leaves it now for McLaughlin. McLaughlin over for Martin. Off the board, Skameka's got it. Now the puck gets dumped in deep by Boris in his own zone. LJ backhanding it, looking for Hickey. He finds him. Off for Leon. Now Rzinski's got some room. One-on-one with Wisniewski. He gets in, takes a shot, penalty! It should be a penalty shot.
Should be a penalty shot right there because he had a clear breakaway right there. I think that's what they're going to call right here.
It should be a penalty shot.
Nope, it's just going to be a regular penalty, I think.
So 42 McLaughlin, 2 minutes for hooking. With 16:10 left in the frame. There's 6:10 left in the frame.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. I thought that should have been a penalty shot. I'm not sure why they didn't give a penalty shot there because he had a clear breakaway, but it ends up just being a penalty, and so far they're 1 for 6 NIU on the power play.
Here's Joe Boris. He's at the right point, looking for a shooting or a passing lane. LJ or Sukel's going to come out from behind or in front of the net. Boris, good stick there by Schobrel. Rzinski looking for Sukel backdoor, and he couldn't find him. Now Leon gets it to Rzinski. Over for Hickey. Hickey at the left point. Skates. He's going to come out. Is Joe Boris to receive the pass? Sukel's out in front. Hickey's going to wind and fire, and a good block out in front there by Dunzire.
And you see Coach Chuck going here with 4 forwards and only 1 defenseman in Hickey, with Rzinski, Boris, Sukel, and Leon as the forwards.
Puck is in the Iowa zone. Now it's out of the zone. Back to neutral ice is Nick Leon. Cross ice for Hickey. Now finds Justin Rzinski. Rzinski's in. Finds Boris. Back for Sukel. They crash the net with Rzinski and Boris out in front. Hickey back for Tyler Sukel. Now for Rzinski, right point. Looking for deflection. There it was, but it was off a Hawkeye stick, and they're going to clear the puck. 12:32 left in the third period. 40 seconds left on the power play. Here's Troy Hickey now. Comes out from the right of Alex Hare. He's going to find Coletta. And it's taken away almost into the penalty box. Now Hickey's got some room. Hickey skates in the offensive zone. Drop pass for Boris. Now for Pounds. Pounds winds and fires. Actually deflected just wide, and Leon couldn't bury the rebound. And the Hawkeyes are going to clear the zone. 10 seconds left in the power play. 12 minutes left in the game. Here's Brian Pounds now. Leaves it for Coletta. One little rush left here. Pounds has it. Now it's picked off here by Nadler. Nadler gets taken off by Remley. And it's picked up here by Gray. The shot goes just wide. Glove side on Alex Hare. Now here's Ron Coletta. Coletta's got it. Now he has the giveaway over for Verwort. Verwort got one right up in the chops. And a high stick on Ron Coletta, and the Huskies are going on the penalty kill.
So far, I'm pretty sure the Hawkeyes are 0 for 4 because I don't think that was a power play goal when they got it there right at the end of the power play. I think it was an even strength goal right at the end of the power play of theirs about in the second period. So I think they're 0 for 4 so far. All 4 penalties killed off by the Huskies, and the Huskies just got killed off again in the power play, so they're 1 for 7. So their special teams, their penalty kills doing good, but their power play is not on form tonight.
Joush sticks it out of midair. Kept in by Smith. Smith looking for the pass. He's going to get it down to Pedraza. Pedraza down for Smith. Now right face-off circle. He's going to stick it around there. Now Wheeler plays catch with Ackery. Ackery for Wheeler. Here's a shot that goes deflected wide off of Nedzela's stick. Now here's Smith. Look at Ackery backdoor. They're trying to go there, and they did, but Ackery wasn't ready. Here's Hickey, got a 2-on-0. Greenberg and Nedzela. Greenberg feeds Nedzela, shoots, score! Short-handed goal by Brandon Nedzela. And the Huskies go back up 4-2.
What a great job by Hickey there, getting to the puck quick, right in the defensive zone, just getting the puck up the boards, and then they ended up having a 2-on-0 with Greenberg and Nedzela, and just a great job by them there on that penalty kill. Just a really good job. And Nedzela, that's his 5th goal, his 2nd goal of the weekend.
Yeah.
So he's having a big weekend this weekend. That's big for him because he hasn't had any assists, but he's a big goal scorer for this team.
So Huskies lead goes back up to 4-2 on Nedzela's 5th goal of the season. Here's Justin Rosinski evading a check, trying to get through. He does! Big save there by Wisniewski, and Rosinski couldn't get it. 1 minute and 3 seconds left on the power play for the Hawkeyes. There's a deflection in on goal, and Wisniewski had to stick that one away. Here comes Iowa in the zone. Here's Chobrel. Chobrel going back door for Nadler, and he couldn't hook up. Now Gray for Tide, back to Nadler. He's going to stick it all the way around the boards. Here's Purcell now. Purcell's going to get it over for Joush, and the big man's going to send it all the way to the right point, but not out. Did not have enough on it. Now here's Chobrel, winds and fires, and he fans on a shot attempt. Now Purcell has it. Far side half boards, Husky zone. Back to the right point. Chobrel dumps it deep for Nadler. Nadler looking for the lane, finds it to Tide. Tide winds, fires, stick save there by Hare. 9:30 left in the game, 4-2 Huskies. Sukel can't get it out. Tide's going to keep it in. Into the glove of Alex Hare, and that's going to do it as Coletta's out of the box. Both teams are at full strength.
Again, good job by the penalty kill there, getting a short-handed goal as well. They're so far 5 for 5 on the penalty kill, doing a great job tonight. And they were also had a 5-on-3, so the Hawkeyes have not gotten a power play goal. They did get one last night, but haven't gotten one tonight. So just a great job by the penalty kill here tonight. And let's hope that they can keep that up because there's about 9:25 left, 4-2. Let's see if we can keep this lead because that's one of my keys to the game. Got to keep the lead.
So Quinn and Pounds are going to be in the face-off circles. Nedzela and Palmer got tossed. Quinn's got it, and Pounds is going to win the face-off. LJ can't get it all the way around. Now he does to Gorzica. Skameka gets taken off the puck by Quinn to the point by Palmer. Now here's McLaughlin. Here's a stick away, and it gets deflected in on goal on Alex Hare, but it went wide. Now finally Brandon Nedzela have it. Smith extends it in around behind Hare. Taken away by Collette out to center ice, all the way down. It's going to be on goal, so no icing called. Wisniewski for McLaughlin. McLaughlin spins away from Ron Colletta. That's Gorzica down there. Now it's taken by McMahon. McMahon has his pass taken away by Pounds. McLaughlin over for Smith. Smith for McLaughlin, or for McMahon. And Gorzica gives a little forearm shiver there to his man Smith. Huskies go for a change. 8:22 left in the game, 4-2 Huskies. Here's Nedzela, he gets taken down there by McLaughlin. Now a good little spin move around to check. And out comes Joe Boris, a 1-on-4. Boris is going to get it in on Wisniewski. Here's Bettenhausen. Bettenhausen all the way over for McMahon. McMahon can't connect with his pass to Martin. And the Huskies are going to send it all the way back into the Iowa zone. 7:48 left in the game, 4-2 Huskies. Boris can't control the pass, and out come the Hawkeyes. Here's Martin. Martin gains the zone. Now Ringham has it. He's going to dump it in on Alex Hare. Taken away by Rosinski. Kept it nicely there by Bettenhausen. Bettenhausen's centering attempt is going to go to the point. Ringham keeps it in. He's going to wind and fire, and Benhausen can't get a stick on it. Boris off the glass, and it's going to find Nick Leon. Nick Leon's got a little bit of room. He cuts in, backhand shoots, score! Nick Leon had a step on the defender, forehand, backhand, and the 3-goal lead is restored. 5-2 Huskies.
Just a great job by Leon there, getting the breakaway and going forehand back or backhand forehand on Wazinski, and just a great job there. I mean, it really just faked him out of his skates there and had him going completely different way. And again, just a great job by Leon here tonight. I think he has a goal and 2 assists, right?
Yep.
And so he's at a 3.9, and I think Rosinski has a goal and 2 assists as well. So 3.9s by those guys. Again, your 2 stars there, and just a great job by them.
12:49 in the third period. The Huskies regain the 3-goal lead. Good stick there by Schwartz. Now here's Tyler Sukel. Sukel has it. He dumps it in deep on Wisniewski. Taken by the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now back in is Mark Greenberg, and that's going to be offsides, and Greenberg's kind of wondering who was offside.
He's saying that I think they were saying that he's offsides, but he's saying that he got back in time at the blue line.
Yeah, I think that was a missed call there by the referees.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that call. They've had a couple missed calls. It should have been Rosinski at the penalty shot. There's been a couple missed calls out there.
Here's Nick Remley in the face-off circle. He's going to get tossed, so Sukel comes in. And he's going to win it over for Tide. Tide finds Pedraza. Pedraza cuts in, goes through 3, Huskies score! Oh, wow, what a move by Pedraza. Cuts through 3 Huskies and goes top shelf on Hare, and it's 5-3.
And he gives life to the.
Wow, what a move.
Yeah, that was a great move. I mean, he gives life to the Hawkeyes right here. He gives life to them, getting that goal and getting them within 2. But really, just a great move, getting through 2 defenders there. And I mean, that's a bad move by the defenders there. But I mean,
you have to give.
Yeah,
him some props.
You got to give. Yeah, that was a great move, and then ended up going over glove side over Alex Harris. So that was a great job by him.
LJ now for Hickey. Hickey gets it up into the Hawkeye zone. Gorska takes a shot short side, and it's saved by Wisniewski. 6:27 left. 5-3 is the score.
Yeah, I mean, so far in this third period, about the same on shots. I would say that we're winning a couple shots up in this period, so much better than it was last period. We only had about 7 shots on goal. I think we have about 10 this period, so we're doing much better and just getting the puck to the net and trying to get some tip-ins.
Now here's Verwoerd, got a little bit of speed in the offensive zone. He gets on, big hit there by Hickey to knock his man off the puck. Taken by Gray. Gray gets the puck stripped away by Netzla, but he gets it right back. Here's a shot, get deflected wide of Hare. Centering attempt, Brian Pounce has it now to Netzla. Netzla's got some speed, got some room, goes by a check, but he can't get it all the way in, as Pounce finally does, and Gorsiga goes for a change. Out comes the top line now, or at least Boris does. Pounds is out. Now here comes Nick Leon in the offensive zone. Has a little bit of room. He drop passes it for Boris, and he could not handle the pass. Finally, the Huskies get a full sail change as Rosinski on the ice now. Gives it for Leon, takes a shot, looking for Boris out in front. Now Rosinski has it. Shot goes just wide of that far post. Rosinski is down. A penalty coming up against the Hawkeyes.
And remember, Rosinski's always had problems with that back and ribs all year. First of all, the back because he got hit. He got hit at Florida Gulf Coast. And the ribs, he's been challenging that all year. And you see he's down right here. And you see Michelle running out there, making sure he's okay.
So he has not really moved much since getting taken down. And this is not what you want to see.
Yeah, one of your star players. He's always had. He's been kind of riddled with injuries this year. I mean, he's always been able to really play through it, which you got to give it up to him because he really is a tough guy out there. He's playing through injuries all year, and he's been a great leader and a great scorer for this team.
So Brzezinski's still on the ice. Going to be 2-minute minor to Tide. Did not see what the penalty was.
Well, the way that he's down, I'm thinking it was probably interference or a cross check in the middle.
Brzezinski's still on the ice. Michelle's tending to him, trying to figure out what's wrong, but he has not moved in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, you really hope that he's okay. But yeah, you have not seen him move too much. But so far on the power play, the Huskies are 1 for 7. So you got to hope that this power play, they can capitalize on this and go up 3 goals and put this game out of reach of the Hawkeyes and end up getting this win if they can get a goal here on the power play.
So with 5 minutes and 26 seconds left in this game, the Huskies are up 5-3. They'll have a 2-minute power play to come in here. Brzezinski still down on the ice. Michelle, the trainer, is still tending to him. Again, we're not sure what the penalty or the injury is for Brzezinski, but he is still down on the ice. And again, like Duffy said, the Huskies are 1 for 8 on the power play tonight. They just need to get some movement and get another power play goal here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they really haven't been doing a good job they've been patient, but like Coach Chuck said, you got to be patient, but you got to also look for the shots. You can't just be passing it back and forth. You got to look for shots. You can't just be looking for the perfect shot. You just got to get it to the net, and that's what they haven't been doing today. They did it yesterday. I think they got 2 or 3 power play goals yesterday, or they only had 1, but it was 1 out of 5 chances. But they needed to be doing better here in the power play tonight.
As Brzezinski's on all 4, Sukal and Leon now skate over to help him to his feet, and I think he is going to be done for the night.
Yeah, and he's getting up very slow. I really think it's got to be those ribs that he's had trouble with all season. Because I think he was holding that midsection for the whole time down there.
So tied in the penalty box. Now the ref skates over, gives a little bit of an explanation to... Now Pounds is coming over to the penalty box.
Yeah, it must have been a bench monitor there from the Huskies.
And Pounds is getting tossed.
Maybe he said something to the ref, I guess, on the bench. He was probably asking for maybe a 5-minute major or for the other player to get tossed with that hit on his star player, Brzezinski.
So Brzezinski and now Pounds are now. So now you're down. Jeez, you're down a lot of forwards.
You're down a lot of forwards, but you only have 5 minutes left of the game. So like I said, you really got to control the pace of the game, and especially on this power play, you got to keep it slow. You got to make sure that those legs aren't getting too tired here at the end because you're still only up to 2 goals. So you can't let them back in this game like you did last night. So you got to control the pace of this game for the next 5 minutes with one of your star forwards and one of your big forwards in Brian Pounds. And you got to control the pace because you don't have a lot of your forwards now.
So finally we're back underway here. Hickey gets the puck, right point, now down low for Boris. He skates for Hickey. He fakes a shot. Now Joe Boris has it, shoots, just over the glove of Wisniewski. Now Leon's got it. He gets taken off by Bettenhausen. He's going to pin it up against the boards. Leon gets it to Sukal. Now for Hickey. He's going to wind and fire in and out of the glove. Almost beat him glove side right there, kind of low. And another penalty coming up against the Hawkeyes. Interference out in front. Now Leon gets sticked in the arm. That's going to be a trip.
And the Hawkeyes are not helping themselves right here. Getting this a 5-on-3 now for them with 4 minutes left. And now Leon, it doesn't look like he's too hurt. He looks like he's going to be all right, but he's favoring that wrist after getting the slash in the arm.
So it's Bettenhausen with a trip.
And I think this is going to be their second 5-on-3 for the Huskies. And so far, I mean, like we said, they're 1 for 8, so they got to be doing better on this power play. Get a couple power play goals and put this game out of reach right here.
Joe Boris now for Troy Hickey. Hickey back for Boris at the high point. Now Sukal has it. Sukal back for Boris. Passes it in the wheelhouse. Boris back for Hickey. Here's a shot. Oh, off the goal post. Oh, I thought he got it inside the bar.
Wow.
And it didn't. It wrong iron.
That was as close as you can get it. Right off the goalpost. Had him beat. Just couldn't quite bury it.
Now Boris has it left point. 51 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Troy Hickey back for Boris. Now for Sukal. Back for Boris at the high slot. Boris winds, fires in and out of the glove. Rebound given up. It's loose, and Wisniewski's going to cover it up. 4:04 left in the game. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Yeah, I think the reason, I think what the Huskies really need to do on this power play, they've been trying to go a little bit more point than trying to get the puck down deep, and they've been trying to get it from the point. Maybe try a little bit something different. Maybe start the play from down deep and get it to the middle instead of starting it from the point.
So work it from south to north.
Yes, exactly.
Here's Hickey now. Wines, fires. Oh, a deflection out in front by Smith. Coletta regains control of the puck. Over for, who's at Nedzela now. Now for Hickey. Hickey down for Coletta. Cross-ice pass for Nedzela. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Now down for Gorzica. So little different look here on the power play unit. Neds winds and whiffs on the shot. And there's going to be whistle because the net came off its moorings. So 3:34 left in the game. 5-3 Huskies. 7 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Remember that this power play has been doing great of late. With the last two or three weeks, just not tonight. They haven't had the on night that they've had the last 2 or 3 weeks. On Sunday, I think they had 3 power play goals, 2 shorties, and 1 full strength goal. So they were very big on Sunday, just not this weekend really. They've only gotten 2 power play goals, I think, out of about 14, 15 chances. So not too good of a weekend here with the power play.
Here's Ron Coletta. His pass picked off by Purcell. He's got Martin out in front. Martin takes a shot. Blocker save made by Hare. And Hickey's going to clear it to the far side half board. 17 seconds left on the 5-on-4 power play now. And it comes out to center ice. Smith has it. Down for Martin. Martin through the legs finds Purcell. And he's going to get it now. Ron Coletta's got it. Trying to go through the legs. And he's still whiffing on it. Good work there by Purcell to get away from Coletta. And a hand pass there by Hickey, but Coletta's going to get it out to Nick Leon. Guys are out of the box. Both teams are at full strength. Nick Leon looking, firing, and it goes off a deflection out in front. Big Joush is out there now. Here's Tyler Sukel. And there's going to be a penalty on the Hawkeyes. And Boris is going to go to the penalty box, and Chuck Ronaldo doesn't like the call.
Yeah, it's going to be double minors here.
To Martin and Boris.
Yeah, and in case you missed it last weekend.
Yeah, that was an interesting weekend.
It was a very interesting weekend. A lot of ejections, 5 or 6 players getting ejected. Coach Chuck getting rejected after breaking his stick. Actually,
Yeah.
Brendan Maher's stick, who was actually looking for a new stick. He broke his stick on the bench.
Yeah.
So he was actually looking for a new stick anyway, so he's kind of happy that the coach broke it. But, yeah, 5 players ejected and the coach ejected. Let's hope that we don't get any ejection. We already got 1 ejection from Brian Pounds. And last night, Troy Hurlin, so.
So Martin's getting tossed. So you got to get somebody in there. It's going to be Wheeler going to serve the penalty. Or no, he's coming over for an explanation. Boris is still in the box. So 2 minutes to Boris, 5 minutes to Martin. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
And then 28 seconds of 5-on-4 because there's only 2:28 left in this game. So it looks like if the Huskies can stay within this out, it looks like that they should have this game. I mean, it would basically, the Hawkeyes would have to basically
look for them to pull the goalie too to get an even strength here at 5-on-5 at some point.
Yeah, I mean, but it really would have to be a miracle. Down 2 goals, and you have to pull your goalie on an even strength. It would almost have to be a miracle for them to come back.
Purcell in the face-off circle. He loses to Remley. There's a shot in on Wisniewski. He's going to cover up. We'll do it again. Same spot to the right of the netminder. So looking at the calendar ahead, the Huskies are off next week because of Thanksgiving. Our last 2 weekend series will be the 1st and 2nd weeks of December at SIUE and University of Illinois, respectively, before the month-long Christmas break. Here's Acree's shot. Oh, it just goes through as Chobrel couldn't bury it. 2 minutes left in the game. Huskies up by 2. Schwartz is going to get it deep. No icing called here. Wisniewski looking to the bench to see when they want to pull him. And we give it over for Schobrell. Schobrell looking for Bentonhausen, but finds Pedraza. Pedraza now in for Ackery. Ackery splits the defense over the glove of Alex Hare. Here's Bentonhausen. Now Schobrell gets it for Greenberg. Greenberg has the puck. Got a little bit of room here. Looking for Netzela, and he had him open. It just was not there, was the passing lane. Wisniewski covers up the puck. 1:30 left in the game. 5-3 the score.
Yeah, and so far, my keys tonight, the first key was keep the lead. So far, they've been keeping the lead. They haven't given it up yet. So far, that key's been doing pretty good. Have to control the pace of the game. They were doing that in the first couple periods. In this third period, I think a little bit more Hawkeyes way, but it's still pretty good from the pace of the game. A lot of stamina in this team. And number 3, soak up those pucks from Alex Hare. He's given up a couple rebounds and a couple goals, but overall done a pretty good job in that area.
Better than they were yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's McLaughlin, the shot blockered away by Alex Hare, the far side corner. Now Greenberg has it, looking for Neds. He can't control the bouncing puck, and now Hickey is going to dump it in on the near side corner boards, Iowa zone. Back to retrieve is Dunzire. 1 minute left in the game. Huskies up by 2. Looking to improve to 10-8-3 on the season. Greenberg's got it. Hickey takes down Palmer right to the right of Hare. Greenberg winds and fires into the glove of Wisniewski. And he looked like he was going to play it, but he's going to cover it up. 40.5 left. 5-3 Huskies.
So what do you think that the Huskies need to do to get these next 2 weekends, well, not the Thanksgiving weekends, but the last 2 weekends, what do you think they need to do before this semester break to get these 2 wins against a D1 team in Illinois and in Southern Illinois, who's going to be a big rival?
Well, Southern Illinois is going to be key just because it's a MACA game.
Yeah.
They're 2 MACA games.
And that's always been kind of a rival for NIU.
Especially after the brawl last year.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams come out firing. But the Illinois game, I mean, just personal, pride saying, hey, we beat a Division I team, or we split with, I mean, I would be happy with a split at Illinois.
Yeah, I would love that.
Here's another shot blocked down front by Hickey. He's going to send it all the way down. No icing called here with 10 seconds left. And now they are going to call icing as Hickey and Nadler go at it. Nadler and Hickey still going at it, giving them a face wash. And finally the referees get in there and these guys will be tossed. With 8 seconds left. And again, like we talked to with Mike Reporto yesterday, these 2 teams definitely have some fire left in them.
Yep, they really do. Yeah, the Huskies have a lot of players that really do like to scrap it up and muck it up with the other players.
Yeah.
And you see that throughout the whole season. They're not going to take any crap from anybody because they know that if they do, then they're gonna they're gonna
pay
be
for it.
Yeah, exactly. So they like to muck it up with players, and you just saw that from Hickey right there.
So the refs are by the Iowa penalty box explaining something to Nadler. Now Remley's getting the explanation. So Hickey gets tossed. Nadler should go, and he is. With 8.2 seconds left in the game, Huskies are up 5-3. Face-off going to be in the neutral ice. So it'll be a 4-on-3 here.
8 seconds left in this game.
Just want to win the face-off here. And he does Remley. Schwartz over for Leon. He gets it out to the neutral ice. Joush is going to get it in the zone. He gets taken down as the whistle blows, and the Huskies are going to get their 10th win of the season and improve to 10-8-3 on the year going into the Thanksgiving break. And it was a very spirited weekend as the Huskies split with Iowa. Good weekend for the Huskies, Duffy.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, it was a good weekend for them. I mean, they should have won both games again, like they did in ISU. They won that first game pretty handily. They won this game pretty handily, but they ended up giving up the lead like they did at ISU.
Yeah.
Here, they gave up the lead against Iowa, and they split with them again like they did last year. So, you really got to like the weekend. They got 3 points out of the weekend, so you can't ask for. You can't ask for more after getting that overtime loss there. So you get a good win here, and let's hope after 2 weeks off we get all these injured players back and we come back and go at ISU and win there.
Well, we will be back on air in 2 weeks, Friday night. It's a 10:45 start at SIUE, so it'll be a late game for us and for you, but we hope you tune us in as the Huskies are going to take on Southern Illinois Edwardsville. So, for Stephen Duffy, Kim Ronan, Dan Sanchez, I'm Marcus Krosnick saying we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Huskies win 5-3. So long, everybody.